Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Level 1 Bar and Arcade. We're here on Sunday. We're not here on Sunday much. JD already in chat. Thank you, man. Glad you are joining me on a Sunday to have some pinball fun. And we even have one of our tournament organizers here with me, Miss Jen Rupert. How are you, Jen?
Did you say you think it's Jen Rupert?
I think it's Jen Rupert. I'm pretty darn sure it's Jen Rupert.
It is Jen Rupert.
It's the weekend. You can never take anything for granted. You have to make sure of everything. Trust but verify. All those IT things that I've learned over the years. Jen, how you doing?
I am. You know what? I'm a little tired.
I'm sure.
It was we were at Pinball at the zoo, so.
That's right. You were on the Facebook and social media feed of one Stephen Bowden. I saw
know.
that.
I was really
That was awesome. Yeah. This is a ladies only tournament. It's the Bells and Chimes organization here in Columbus, the Columbus chapter of it.
Yep.
So yes, all women players. Although Tom is cheating here by getting a game in on Black Knight. I guess we'll let him get away with it.
Yeah, we're finishing up.
Fixes the machines.
Registration and all of that. So.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what we're doing.
That's right. So excited for this. This is the first of the Bells and Chimes tournaments I've been able to stream here at Level 1.
And you're at like a great one too.
I know. This is the first one of the pinball formats I have streamed as well.
Otherwise known as Flipper Frenzy is what I've heard it called as well. So.
That's right. Tell us about the format, how everything is going to work today.
Yes. So. It is, as Rhonda's kind of doing announcements right now. I can explain that.
You want to go over and do that real quick and then come back over?
No, I'm okay because Rhonda's got this. So basically what we have is 2 hours of head-to-head match play style gaming, except you just get a point if you win and minus 1 point if you lose.
Okay.
So it's your best head-to-head ratio throughout that 2 hours. So we're going to have, there's 7 of us, 2 people in the queue, so there'll probably be 3 people in the queue then, or maybe 1. There would be 3 or 1 people in the queue, so we'll have at least 2 or 3 games going at all times.
Perfect.
And basically, if you are player 1 and you finish your game, you will drop down to player 2, and you'll play another game, and then player 2 goes back into the queue.
Yes.
So you're basically going to be either queuing up or playing for constantly 2 hours, and then at the end of that 2 hours, we will take the top half. Odd numbers we're going to round down. So we'll have, at this point 7, so that means we'll have 4. And we will go into a double elimination finals, best 2 out of 3. Yep.
Love it.
And
so obviously with the way that sets up, it's basically the goal is if you win, you might get a short break, but you don't lose points that way.
Correct.
If you lose, you have to keep playing, which while that sounds good on the surface, it means more opportunities to get that minus 1 point, which could hurt you in the standings.
So
correct?
It's not if you lose, it's just what your whatever player where you are order-wise.
Gotcha.
So player 2 will always go back into the queue.
Gotcha.
Player 1 will always drop down to player 2.
Nice. So it'll just be constant matches then.
Yep. Constant matches, yes.
Love it, love it.
Yes.
And as we said, we have 7 players today as well, so it should be a tight field. A lot of very good players, a lot of familiar faces. A couple people I haven't seen before here, so excited to get to meet everybody. Hopefully we can get a couple more people over here, maybe to chat for a few minutes if the opportunity presents themselves.
Absolutely, yes. So Diane joins us from Dayton. So
she does. Her first time at Level 1. I know she's played quite a bit at other venues in town here, so super excited to have her at Level 1 for the very first time.
Yep, so it looks like we're going to have 1 person in the queue. So we'll have 3 games going all at once, and then 1 person will go to the queue.
Perfect.
Yep. So
hopefully the queue will be very nice to us and give us the games on Mousing Around and Black Knight. Those are the 2 games we're going to be featuring again today.
Yes.
How could we not feature Black Knight Sword of Rage, considering it is the latest and greatest thing?
And I was very excited. I got to play the premium over the weekend.
Nice. That's right. They still had some prototypes. It's still in prototype mode from what I've heard.
Yes, it is.
And I had been listening to some podcasts. They basically said the same thing about the ones that were up in Milwaukee a couple of weeks ago.
Yes.
But everything I've heard about it says it looks good. A couple people had some concerns wear-wise about the clear upper playfield, but everyone seems to really, really enjoy it. Black Knight looks like a lot of fun so far. Almost everyone around here has just played the Pro version. The Pro version is what has shipped across the country as of this point, or at least around the Midwest, if you know Trent.
Yes.
Always, or Marco, or any of the
any of the big distributors.
Any of the big distributors.
Yep.
The premiums have been at shows in prototype form. people have had a chance to play him. We've even got to watch Steve. I got to watch Steve Ritchie himself play it.
I did too.
When I was up. Oh, he was up in Kalamazoo as well.
No,
or were you
he wasn't. When he was doing
the
stream
from Milwaukee. That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
So absolutely.
At Midwest, yeah.
It looks fun though. It looks like a lot of fun. And it does look like it's following that standard Stern protocol where it will kind of continue to upgrade with code and graphics and evolve.
Yep.
You know, definitely not at a 1.0 level yet. I think the code they said at about a 0.8 level, which makes sense from what we've seen. There's a lot of room for, wayfinding call-outs inside the game to help you. You know, you really do kind of have to figure it out on the fly as you go here. There's not a lot in-game that tells you what to hit yet.
Yeah, but I think the lights do a nice job of kind of pointing you to where you need to go. You know, I remember when I first started playing, I was like, well, how do I know what I'm supposed to do? Hit anything that's lit.
Yeah,
and that's,
exactly.
I think, is
hit the blinky blinks.
Hit the blinky things. Don't drain the ball.
Exactly.
So.
And it'll absolutely all get there.
Yep.
You know, Stern does a wonderful job of adding some of that capability into the machines as they go. You know, they have basically limitless amount of. It's not like the old times where you had a bunch of ROM chips and you had to live within those ROM chips.
Right.
You know, they have limitless storage. They can add whatever graphics, whatever things they want to add, and they will. You know, so give it a little bit of time, and I have no doubt.
You think about, Deadpool and how much that's still constantly evolving as well.
Oh, my
all the
goodness.
Code updates, even though it's at the 1 level. So, and just, things keep coming up and keep getting better. And, I think they're taking a very good product approach while, even though it's not finished.
Absolutely.
You have to hear what people are saying about it to see how you can evolve and make it better.
Batman 66 is a perfect example of that as well. Even after, it's well after the 1.0 code level now, and it's been sensational in how much that has grown over time.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
All right, well, I think I'm going to leave you because I think we're about to get started here soon.
Yep, and you are playing as well, so you're going to be,
so
you and Therese are going to be on stream. Looking forward to that.
Or you can just do what I did all weekend and call it Swords of Fury, even though it's not. So, so
I don't know if there's any Lion Mans to be found here,
I don't think so. There is either, but or they're
just
hiding. That would be a cool, maybe like Easter egg.
That would be. I would be very cool. I would like that. Just some random Lion Man call out at some point.
Yeah, kind of like how what game is it?
Junkyard.
Yep, Junkyard. So
the ultimate call out retro game where it calls out everything that came before.
It's so great. It's so great. But thank you again, Scott, for coming in on this Sunday.
Absolutely, and thank you for running this as well. I'm excited to get this thing rolling and see how everybody plays.
Would shake hands.
Pleasure as always. Good luck.
Thanks.
That is Jen Rupert, one of the organizers, one of the people who runs the Columbus chapter of Bells and Chimes, along with Therese Edwards, who is playing, and Rhonda Ramsley, who is playing as well today. So excited for all three of them to be a part of things today, as well as a few players as well. Actually, Rhonda is not going to be playing today. Rhonda is completely going to be helping running things, going to be keeping an eye on the queue, and making sure that everything runs smoothly for all the players today, which is super important. Because it really is, when they say this is a frenzy, that's your name for this. It's Flipper Frenzy. So it's just you get out of queue, you get in queue. You get in queue, you get out of queue. And you just play and play and play and play until there is no time to play anymore. So, as we mentioned, the key to it is just, win more than you lose. And with the way this is, I mean, I would imagine, obviously, +1 when you win, -1 when you lose. So, we're going to know who has a over 500 or under 500 record. And with it coming down to 4 out of the 7 players moving on to the double elimination finals, it stands to reason if you level out, you've got an awful good chance of making it, because that 4th player would be right in the middle, theoretically a 500 record, and you should be able to make it to the finals in that case. So I think we're just about ready for action here. Appreciate everybody jumping on here and playing and enjoying it. So we should be getting going here in just a few minutes. So I'm going to give it a couple moments for everything to come around. Turn down my mic for just a moment. Everybody go get something to drink, relax, and enjoy some pinball here in just a minute. We will be right. Actually, no, we won't be right back, because I think they're putting the credits in to go right now. right, so Jen is up right now on Black Knight. Looks like she's got a mode started. Already a 2.4 main. I think she got the skill shot in there too, so looks like right inside orbit is what she's looking for right now. You can see that is the only shot lit. Lining up, actually post-passing over to the right flipper here. Trying to backhand. Standard thing you see with any Steve Richard machine. Basically, you have the ability to make any one of the shots with either one of the flippers. That is a hallmark of his games. And this game is no exception. Oh, nice save right there. Looked like it might get lost for just a second, but she was able to save it. 45 seconds left in the mode now. Nice thing about those far right orbits is it is lighting the lock, so now the shot is moved right there to nailed the shot right there, the Hell Hand Award, 1.25 million. So this ball off to a very good start for Jen. Of course, as Jen was mentioning, she's got a lot of practice on this machine over the weekend up in Kalamazoo at the Pinball at the Zoo event that was up in Kalamazoo, Michigan. So in the Wicked Cavern, War Hurry Up as well. So 8.3, not bad for ball one, especially compared to what we were seeing at the Tuesday night tournament just a few days ago. You know, 8 million in a lot of cases was an average game score for a lot of players. So good sign for her, good start. And now we wait for Therese. Other two games, by the way, we have going on are on Guardians of the Galaxy between Christy Hillis and Molly Johnson, and Tales from the Crypt between Diane Speckman and Sydney Ramsey. So here comes Therese. It's that 750,000 skill shot. Now looking to hit the knight to get a mode start right there. Any of those three shots in the middle are advantageous to her. Already has a lock lit as well. Keeping those lanes moving to try and get a 2x bonus. The bonus we've seen in this can be decent. Not game-changing in any way, shape, or form, but certainly decent and can move things a little bit along. Nice first lock right there for Therese. Quickly moving on that. So it looks like I missed there. Had to step away for just a second or so. Jen has to 9 million. Looks like Teresa ended up at about 2.3 million right now. Another mode started. The Sandworm mode has started right now. We're streaming this. We're streaming this right now. I have a visitor next to me right now, so you know. Nope.
Can you tell her that I said hi?
I will in a bit. So Jen right now is sitting at about 12 million. Sandworm shot right now looks like it's moving around a little bit. There's one. There's two. Sandworm 1.75 mil drains out, but 15 million. Burning Sands was decent right there at 6 million points. Not a huge bonus though, so that's okay. So Therese, while she's moving some chairs around trying to keep the field away, I don't love the personal opinion, mine alone, I don't like that they're doing that. It's only 7 people. Come on, people. Just, you know, pay some attention. You don't need to have everything cordoned off. That's just, I mean, Saturday, Sunday tournaments, we don't even, Kim doesn't even cordon it off for everybody, so I will leave it at that. So Therese trying trying to get that shot now, get the mode started. There it is, lock lit and the mode. So the mode for here will be the Magma Beast. And along with that, there is lock number 2. So one more ball locked, and then a multi-ball would be in play, and everything just about lit here for the Magma Beast. So this could be Teresa's chance. Oh, and missed the flipper right there. That's a tough miss. It looked like she had opportunity there to really make a comeback with that mode. Was not able to do it. So now let's see what Jen. Is Jen going to go for mode number 3 here, or is she going to try her hand at a lock? I don't think she's really tried the lock balls yet to go for a multi-ball. She does right there, though. So that's ball number 2. There is lock number 3. So multi-ball commencing right about now. 3-ball multi-ball, I believe this is. It is. So blue shots for jackpots right now as Jen looking to extend that lead out. Sitting at about 10 million points right now. Let's see if she's able to do it. 1 million points per jackpot to start. Looks like it's going to stay there. Add-a-ball is ready as well. This would get her back. No, that would get her back to a 4-ball multi-ball if she gets it. Did she get it? No, but she did get replay, so whoever plays this machine next will be very, very happy. Ball saver hit as well. Did that end it? Yeah, I think it did. Wow, sudden end right there. So that was not add a ball. That was simply the stern ball save that you get when you start multi-ball. So successful nonetheless, though. Oh, it did. Okay, 2 balls still in play. 2.27 for jackpot shots right now. 36 million. Jen really starting to rack up the points here. Put a lot of pressure here in ball 3, 39 million. This bonus is growing as well. The longer this ball's in play, the better that bonus is going to get. That should end the multi-ball, however, and that's going to end the ball, period. 15 million on the multi-ball right there. Hurry up bonus as well. Let's see what this adds up to. It's going to be about 1 million points. Nah, 2.6, even better than I thought. So 45 million. Teresa's got to put together a 40 million point ball. We've seen it done. 0.25 on the skill shot. That's a good start to things. And is that it? Just one bad, that's it. One unfortunate bad shot there and nothing they can do about it. So Jen will get the win in game number 1. I assume one of them will then go on to play Lisa Arthur here. As we look at the matches right now, in fact, we know how that's going to go. That next match is going to be on ACDC. So we won't be able to bring you that one, but that's who they will play. It'll be Lisa versus Jen in ACDC as we wait for the next match to begin. That means our standings right now, you can see it, Jen already has a win. In fact, Diane appears to now be in the queue. So the Munsters is going to be played by Teresa and Sydney right here. So they will play that, and Jen and Diane are the players that are have a win right now. Sydney takes the loss in Tales from the Crypt, which I think that's going to be out of the queue right now as they're moving things around to allow some better access for like the ETM and change machine for other people that are playing as well. So we will have a break in the action here while we wait for one of these games to come back into the queue. I'm going to take about 5 minutes myself. In the meantime, I don't think anybody's going to be playing any practice games just because of how we have this set up currently. So we will be back maybe in about 5 minutes or so. I would expect one of these next games to finish. There's a good likelihood because the the Q machines only goes down to the Munster, so there's a very good likelihood Bouncing Around is going to be in next. So we'll let you know here in just a second, and I'll be right back. All right, and we are back. It looks like there is a game already back on Black Knight again between Diane Spackman and Christy Hillis. Looks like we did miss Diane's first ball right here, but Christy is stepping up. 1.47 on ball one for Diane. See if that holds up. By the way, looking at the standings real quick here, I won't take you away from this, but I'm going to look myself. Looks like now Jen, Molly, and Diane have a win. So just about everybody has a game finished at this point. No one has 2 wins yet. That could change, though. I believe this would be win number 2 for Diane. If she's able to get it, would put her into an early lead. It looks like, I love Diane. Look what she's doing. She is teaching at the same time. This is something... And I want to make a note of this as well, not just from the sense of that it's Diane doing this. This is not something that's unique to the female players. This is not unique to even here at level 1, but really the Columbus pinball community in general. It is such an inviting, welcoming group of people that if there's something you don't know about a pinball machine, they want to tell you. They want you to get better. They want you to play better. Not just Steve Ritchie, play better, but actually play better and have fun playing as well. That was a really tough drain right there for Diane, and she knows it. So here comes Christy, stepping right back up here. Only about 1 million points behind. That's one way to make it back up real fast, get that skill shot. So she's right back in this thing now. Really, the bonus is going to do it, and she's in first place. So good start for her here on ball number 2. Really, that green shot's what she needs right now. Would provide a lock and would provide a mode start. Big opportunity for points right there. Needs that mode to begin. Not able to get a little late on the left flipper shot right there. Oh, that's a tough flipper faux pas right there. But still sitting at 2.6, about 1 million point lead, and now it is Diane's turn to play ball number 3. Looks like we're looking at something right now inside of AC/DC. They may be having an issue with that machine. I see they've got the coin door, maybe a stuck ball on there. Looks like Teresa. Chicagoland Pinball, thank you for that follow. We very much appreciate you jumping in and watching our Pinball tournament today. Very much appreciate it. Thank you for that follow. You now know every time Level 1 goes live. And you can see one of the events we're going live with in a little bit, the Black Knight Launch Tournament, which will be on Monday, May 13th at 7:30 p.m. Not this Monday. Kind of give you an update on all the pinball events happening here soon. We'll do that after Diane's ball is done here. She gets the skill shot, goes back into first place now at 2.8 mil. Let's see if she's able to hit that shot, get a mode started here. That could be huge in this game if she's able to do it. And those spinner shots are nice. This game does have spinners for days. Huge shot right there. Now we got a mode. Looks like that is the Hydra mode right there. So now every shot, 250,000, almost everything on the board was lit. Now she's got to get that shot again. She hits that one and nailed it. Hydra sealed for 1 million. So basically, you hit one shot, then you got to hit it again. 250 for the first one. Wolfman, welcome. What's up, level 1? We are trying to take you to level 11, my man. It's that much closer just because you're here. So 6.2 now for Diane, and now Christy has to get to 2.61 million in order to catch. Let's see if she's able to do it. It's a makeable number. Gets the million on the skill shot. That's going to help quite a bit. Really needs to get a mode going. I mean, you're going to have to play a whole heck of a lot of this to get 2 million just on her own. Is the ball save going to click there? No. Just missed the ball save. That means Diane is going to get the win. And that means, just like that, it's 2 wins for Diane right there. So looking at the standings as they are right now, Sydney unfortunately has lost twice. Looks like Molly's taken a win. Teresa's played 2 games, has a win, but only a plus-minus of 0 wins right now. It looks like there's only 6 people. I think Lisa's game is still going. That's why she's still showing in that mix. So looking at the top of the list right here, we are waiting. Looks like a Star Wars Pro game going right now. And we'll let you know what the next game's going to be. Let's see if I can click that up. Yeah, we got to wait for them to put the score in for Black Knight. That's right, Black Knight is doing its thing right now. It is slaying everybody, and
Was it the right or the left?
all right, so looking at what the next one is. Okay, looks like we're waiting on queue right now. Lisa, Jen, and Sydney are all in the queue, so I would imagine Lisa and Jen will play the next game. Lisa now has a finished game on the standings. And no, she doesn't yet. I don't know why it hasn't shown. Let me see if for whatever reason we need to update those. Yeah, the update looks like it did it. No, it doesn't look like it did. Very confused right now as to why they're not showing up. We can tell you we're going to have a mouse and around game here between Lisa and Jen. Looking at the board right here, I'm still not sure why I don't see Lisa's name up there. I'm going to get Jen over here. Looks like we might have some machine updates for you. Jen, it looks like we maybe lost one of the machines.
Yeah, we did. So I was in the middle of playing AC/DC and my right flipper went out.
Okay.
So I'm sitting there and I'm like trying to, and I'm like, wait a second, right? So yeah,
So AC/DC is out and basically direct replacement. Now you guys are just going to play mouse, correct? Perfect. Wonderful. Thank you, Jen. Appreciate that. So with that, we are going to watch this mouse and around game. It was a very quick ball 1 for Lisa. Let's see what Jen's able to do here. As this is why, so Lisa, unfortunately, it's a little bit of a tough break for her. Other people are getting games in. The queue is moving along. But the fact that that game took a little longer is definitely a disadvantage, really, for both Jen and that, because it's less opportunities to get those wins you need. And, of course, I say that, and it makes that win more important because the game is going to be more important. So here comes Lisa. Trying to do a very soft plunge. Not really going for the shooter bonus here. Maybe too lightly plunging it. Is that going to get out there? That will. So she is going directly for putting this ball in play and trying to maybe center ramp it. So I'm thinking maybe. Shots are migrating towards the center right now, not really stopping it. All right, does have the center ramp down. Wasn't all the way down yet. Now it is. So that's 100,000 every single shot. It can be dangerous because it can be fast, and it's dangerous to unlock. But once you have, it can be good. Oh, off the right flipper there and drains. So with a couple of trap lane shots right there, up to about 350,000 points. Still very makeable for Jen right here. Looks like she did get the shooter lane bonus. Oh, but could not save the ball on the left flipper. So that bonus is not going to be enough to get her in first place right here. This is going to come down to a ball 3 game. So the shooter lane bonus right here, she's not going for it. I think that's a mistake. I think in a game where it's this low scoring, even with the extra ball right there, I mean, she's going to get an opportunity now to shoot, has to shoot for that. But I feel like you've got to go for that 300,000 up there when it's this low. So now she's going to take a shot at the middle one. She light flipped again. Not a good play, unfortunately. Oh, wait, that's an extra ball. Wait a minute, hold on here. That's, why is Lisa playing this? That is extra ball. Jen! I got it. Therese. Lisa's playing an extra ball right now.
Yes, we play extra balls.
Okay, no one told me that. Extra balls are apparently okay in this format. Didn't know it. All right, now we know. Sorry, that is usually IFPA 101, but hey, now I know. Extra balls are in play. So that would explain the strategy, at least for why you would short flip on that, because you play it like a normal ball. And she does drain out. So that will get her to 1,000,000 points. So here comes Jen. Has to get to 1,000,000.5, about 500,000 away right now. That trap lane will help. She's got it lined up. 2 hits. That's it. Maybe one more. I think this will do it. That does it. So Jen will get the win. Now, does she just opt to drain right here? She has an extra ball, and yeah, that's what she's going to do. Just drain it out. She will need to flip that last ball to finish this thing out, but she will get the win in this first game. That will get Lisa on the board right here. Hey, Jen, don't forget to flip your extra ball. Jen, don't forget to flip your extra ball. Okay. I think they're just, oh yeah, there she goes. I don't think she knew what I was talking about, just to hit the flipper real quick, just to finish that game out, which that will do. Maybe I'm too seasoned in my tournament ways. I'm used to how things usually go. I did not know. You'll have to forgive me. I did not know extra balls were in play today.
Yes, we are playing extra balls. I found that out after Lisa got an extra ball, and I was like, are we playing extra balls or not? That's what I had to turn around and ask around.
I kind of had a little minor freak out that. I was trying to get your attention, like, wait a minute, there's no way that's legal.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently. It is, I did not know.
Balls, so.
All right, so now looking at the matches right here, it looks like the next 3 games are on Walking Dead, and you are out for a minute. You are basically you have the bye at the moment.
Yep, I'm in the queue.
Yes, so Guardians in play between Therese and Lisa. They have started that game. Looks like Munsters is going between Christy and Molly, and the Walking Dead between Sydney and Diane. Trying to see which one of these I think will finish first right here.
My bet's on Munsters, just because of how short of a game it is, not because of who's playing.
That's right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's just a short game. But I also don't know what ball they are on Walking Dead, so.
I don't either. I'm trying to look and see, but with the prison mode, you can't see kind of where they are. Modes really lock you out of a full view of that game.
Yep.
So hopefully we'll know in just a second here once prison mode's over, which looks like Sydney's about to start prison multi-ball with well to go with it.
Yep. So we'll see which one she's going to try and go first, though. that's always the question of, you've got one shot left to start prison, or now that you've got well lit, do you try and hit those?
Or in her case, unfortunately, it's neither because of a drain.
Unless this is ball 3, which it is.
That was. So
it looks
Diane.
like Diane took that one.
Diane's basically going to have to drain. It's about a 75,000 point difference. Skill shot ball game. So
Yep,
Diane
she's
has the
got
win
it.
right there.
Yep, so I will be playing Sydney.
All right. So let's see how this shakes out right here.
Yep. All right.
We should know in just a minute, and once we know what that next game is, we'll know if we have it on stream. We'll know if we can give you a standings update as well. All right, so looking at the scores right there, waiting for that to come through. Looks like Rhonda is doing that, and they're going to be playing Star Wars, so we will not be broadcasting that. We are keeping the cameras right now on Black Knight and mousing around, just with the lack of help we have here for switching cameras, and pretty much just me at the moment. We're just kind of holding tight, and you know, with this kind of format too, the odds are very good. You're almost always going to have a game, you know, on there. Right now, with Tails out, we basically have a queue of Guardians, Walking Dead, Mouse Around, Star Wars, Black Knight, Monsters. We've got 6 games in the queue and 3 games being played at any given time. The odds are good. We're going to have a game to show you pretty quickly most of the time. So that's a good thing. And for the record, I believe this round, this frenzied mode, is going to go on until 3:30. We'll get a confirmation on that here shortly, just to make sure that is indeed the case. That will run until 3:30 in the afternoon, and then at that point we will have our double elimination set for who qualifies in the Final Four. Let's take a look at those standings now, since we have a couple more games. Diane's off to a sensational start right here. 3 wins in 3 games. That's a +3. Where right now it looks like Teresa and Lisa are tied. Technically, Teresa's in first place because she has a win. That's where kind of the disadvantage right now of the game getting stuck for Lisa comes into play. She's the only player that only has 1 game played so far. So in a weird kind of way, you want to win and you want to have the games go very quickly. That's going to be kind of hard for her to make up with just this few number of players as we go along here. So we'll see how that shakes out. Looking at the current matches, as we said, Munsters between Christy and Molly. Looks like Molly is stepping up on that right now. That's got to be ball 3 for her, I would imagine. Teresa and Lisa are on ball 2, it appears. And Jen and Sydney, I'm pretty sure, are still on ball 1 of Star Wars, since they just started that out. We were talking a minute ago, and by the way, hi, whoa, that should not be on there. What did I duplicate? Hold on, we got to fix that. Bye-bye on that. That looks so much better. Hi, everybody. I'll move my camera over just a little bit here. I am Scott. I guess I'm the one non-girl who's here, but I am not playing. I am simply talking about it. You can find me on Twitch and on Twitter everywhere under Sav2880, SAV2880, if you want to follow me on Twitch. And I want to let you guys know, while we're talking about this here, our next pinball stream is not going to be this Monday. This Monday is the final day, tomorrow, for pre-plays for the Silver Ball Super League. If you want to be a part of it, you don't have to do pre-plays, but they very much help you. Let's explain how those work. You come in, you play every machine twice, which might be hard. You know, at least get 1 play on every machine. And when you do that, if you can't make a week of league, those scores become your scores. They just go in order, your first play, then your second play. And they give you a score when you can't be here. So, you know, sometimes we know it's hard for everybody to be here on a Monday night. You know, life can get in the way. It is a weekday. So that way you can have a full repertoire of scores even if you can't make every single week. It's a great thing for league players to have. We don't typically stream that because it can be a little frenzied, and not in a good way. But also, and I'm looking here, yeah, we still don't have a game up on one of the screens. The next week, Monday, May 6th, will be League Week number 1. Myself and Alex will be on the call for that as we get our Spring Summer League in play. And we're going to take a break from it after just 1 week for what you see right there. Geometry is a bitch sometimes, I'm just saying. Our Black Knight Sword of Rage launch party tournament is a 3-strike tournament, IFPA certified. $10 gets you in. 9 of those dollars goes right back into the prize pool. 1 of those dollars goes towards the IFPA state prizes. Starts at 7:30, Monday, May 3rd. It is sponsored by Stern and brought to you by Level 1 Bar and Arcade. And we will have it right here on the stream. And to let you know, too, they got to get me some graphics on this. Can I show it, or is it backwards? No, it is not backwards. I'm going to show it right there. Bells and Chimes Columbus is giving away 2 passes to Pinball, the big, big tournament at the first part of August in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. On the 26th, this will basically be the last Sunday tournament. First and second place win a full-on pass to Pinball, and it's going to be a hell of a good day. So we're expecting a major amount of people to be traveling for that tournament. We're certainly going to be pushing it hard, let people know about it, because at this point, those 1,000 tickets for Pinball sold out in 11 seconds last month. So if you wanted to get in, you had to have $130 on a certain day at noon, have it ready, and be bam, ready to go, just like that. You didn't have it, you didn't get in. This provides a couple of our female players an opportunity to get into this event, and we are super, super looking forward to that come next month. So I will bug them to get me some graphics on that. I would love for that to be the case. Maybe I'll make one myself. Heaven help me if I'm the one making it, though, because it might not look real good, I'm just saying. Diane with a tough ball, too, here on Mousing Around. We do have a mousing game. I missed that coming up on the screen there. I maybe need to have a list of the matches myself close by, because they are coming fast and furious. So here comes Christy Hillis. Got her back on this game. Not a flying toy. 10 bits. Thank you so much for that. We appreciate it. Thank you for those bits. Bells and Chimes, love in the chat. We thank you so much for that. Not sure why that didn't show up or something. Oh, wow. Oh, man, I don't know. That's weird. I see Owen Barbut's comment, but I don't see that comment. I'm sorry it didn't show. But not a flying toy. Thank you so much for those bits. We appreciate it. And those, by the way, were cheered with the Bleed Purple cheer mode right now. And this is important to know, not just for us, as we get into ball 3 right here. Let's see where Molly's at. Good ball, or Kelly's at. Christy, excuse me. God, I can't get names right today. Christy, I am so sorry. Christy, nice shooter bonus right there. That is huge for Diane. The gift puts her right back into this. She kind of knows where she's at. Nice nudge to keep the ball in play, too. Diane doing everything right now. And the extra ball, which could come into play, too, because that's in play. So that is just what she needed on ball 3. Gets the trapdoor down. Gets it all lined up, and here we go. 1, didn't decide to stick with it, went for the cheese. And here it is, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 in a row. That is 600,000 points. So she will indeed get a nice bonus here as well, get over 1.5 mil. And she will play the extra ball. So this could be another 300,000 if she gets it. She's playing for it, but not quite enough of a plunge. She was trying to be super precise as opposed to taking the bounce approach, maybe going for the 1 out of 3. With the middle one, it's doable, though. You can kind of nudge it into the middle if need be. We know her bonus is going to be at least 126,000 right here. If she can get up into those top lanes, she can maybe 2x it as well. Looks like a side shot on the trapdoor right there, but the trapdoor is down. Kept it in play. Good job saving by Diane right here. Showing some very good pinball skills just in keeping the ball alive so she can do something with it. And nice job. Just snuck it up into those top lanes. 2x bonus right now. And back on the trap lanes. This is a clinic on ball 3 right here for Diane. And she's looking for another win. I know we're just about an hour into, just about 45 minutes into this thing right now, but just with the game she's playing right now, already looking real good to move into that final 4. Diane has done a lot of play at Canal Street in Dayton. That's where she's from. And a very, very talented player in the area. So 2.4 million, and here comes Christy. Christy's now got some work to do. Nothing saying she can't do it, though. See what she decides to do with the flip. She does go for the hard flip and gets the shooter bonus. Huge play right there. Suddenly she's at 900,000, but that is it. So, unfortunate break. Did everything right with the plunge, had the right idea, but will fall just short of 1,000,000 points. So that's another win for Diane here. Good job for her. So let's see where they come into play right here. Let's see where the next thing is for them. In fact, I'm going to do something with the chat box here just in case. We're going to refresh that cache. So hopefully if you type something in chat for whatever reason it wasn't showing up before, we think it'll show up now. So thank you again, Not a Flying Toy, for those bits. We were talking about a minute ago in regards to the bits right now is if you cheer. If you know about bits, you buy them. They're basically Twitch currency. If you give them to a streamer, every bit you give, they get a penny. So you give 100 bits, they get $1. Right now, they are offering a promotion where if you stream using the Bleed Purple cheer mote, which is one of about 20 different cheer modes that you can cheer with, Twitch is giving a automatic 10% bonus to your bits. So that Bleed Purple right there was worth 11 bits as opposed to being 10 for us, and we appreciate that. All of the expenses, everything that you guys give us, goes right back into our streaming efforts. So we are very appreciative that you guys love our stream enough to be willing to give a few bits to support us and support our streaming efforts. Help us keep to be able to do this over and above and independent of whatever the bar is doing otherwise. Thank you so much for that. It means the world to us that you do that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me do something here real quick while I'm thinking about it. There we go. That's better. All right. So, looking at the schedule right now, we have another Mousing Around game, it looks like, between Christy and Molly. So we're going to stick with this game right here as Christy is right back up on Mousing Around. This is what we talked about earlier. There's only 6 games right now in, and 2 of them are on stream. So, there's always a pretty good chance you're going to see something, and we're a fan of that. I think for the number of players we have, this is a nice amount of machines that they have to choose from. And along with that, too, only having a few machines with this few players means you can gain some familiarity into the machines as you play as well.
What's that?
I was just talking about the fact that I think we're at the right number of the machines with the right number of players right now. Because there's, number one, for me, there's always a good chance you're going to be able to see a game on stream.
Yes, true.
But 2, familiarity for the games for the people who are playing as well.
Oh, as you start to play these games
as you start to play them over
yes.
and over and over again.
Yes.
So it's a good bounce. Already a 2x bonus right there for Christy. That's a good move, but can she do anything with it is the question.
I believe she can.
I think she can too. We've seen her show some good strategy on this machine. This is her second straight play of Mousing Around,
Ooh.
so should be very familiar to her at this point. Nice save right there.
This tilt tends to be a little bit sensitive, though.
It does. Just run around.
There we go. Now she's got that open.
Yes.
Now she just needs to hit it.
Kickback is lit.
Oh.
And it went down the middle. She's as bummed as anybody about that. And understandably so. I get it. Yep. Christy, I feel your pain. I get it.
We've all been there.
We have, very much so. So here comes Molly. Molly right now in the standings. Let's take a look at those right now real quick. Molly right now is tied for second place. 3-1, so that is a +2 win ratio in her games right now. And really, that's a comfortable place to be. It's a 3-game lead over Therese right now, who's played 5 games, but is 2-3, so has a -1. So that top 3 is really, distancing themselves from everybody right now. If this continues on that trend, we could have 4 people playing for just a single spot in the semifinals.
Could be, but we would take, I believe,
top 4, right?
Top 4, right.
That's
so
what I'm
if
saying.
There was a 2-player tie for second, then we would just take 4th, and that would be it.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
So the fact those 2 players are at +2 and 4th place is at -1, it's very early to have a 3-game lead.
Yeah.
But they do, and then Diana over that. So, fortunate use of the kickback right there for Molly. I'm getting that trapdoor open, trying to do it. Not quite. You can tell she's trying to hit it like on the very left side of it, or maybe not even trying for it right now. You know, trying to safely hit that as much as humanly possible. Because if you hit that thing dead on center, it's going to come right back down.
And that's
center.
always the second one is always the most difficult one because you do kind of have to hit that right in the center. But the other ones you can kind of nick on the side.
Yep, and we have seen people do that. Goes around for 20,000.
There we go.
You could see it, and almost just the bounce back of that caused the number 3 to get hit.
Right,
Here come the trapdoors. There's one, just one right there. I thought she had that one lit too. I thought she had that one as well.
Yeah, it's just about getting into that rhythm.
Yep, and once you do, man, you have got it.
Yep.
No kickback that time, but a ball 1 lead for Molly right here is the bonus. We'll bump her up to almost 700,000 points. So here comes Christy. Our other games right now, Teresa and Lisa are playing Star Wars and Guardians of the Galaxy is between Sydney and Diane right now. Diane 4 games in and 4 wins. Christy did not catch. She could have had another 2x bonus right there. Just missed it. Oh, and a tough drain too.
She cracks me up.
Pin Stadium.
Thank
16-bit. All right, Scott, I got to know, were you in Kalamazoo was Scott up there? Did you see Pin Stadium up there?
I did not. Not while I was
Man. He is a world traveler as well. I know he makes the trips to the various shows. By the way, I have seen multiple pictures now of people installing Pin Stadium lights in Black Knight machines. So not surprising, you know, you want to have the latest and greatest, and you want to put the latest and greatest in there. So I'm not surprised in the least that people are adding that investment of a Pin Stadium to their machines. It's a hell of a good product. Oh, that's a tough play from Molly right there.
Yeah.
Now, Molly still is in first place. He was not there this year. Jen was. Jen can tell you all about it.
It was. It was great. I had fun. I enjoyed it. It's my first time in it, so
nice.
I don't have anything to like judge it against before since I've never been there before.
That's true.
But I had a good time. There was great games. The tournaments were fun. Tournaments are always fun.
Yes, they are.
I got to volunteer a little bit while I was up there, so I got to
wonderful.
meet a lot of really great people.
What volunteering did you do?
Irvin Torres, the second.
Irvin Torres.
You haven't subscribed to this yet? Really?
No, he has. He has been a subscriber from the very, very beginning. In fact, why is it not showing me how many months he's subscribed? Come on, Twitch. Give me a solid, man. 13 months.
Wow, it's been over a year now?
It has been over a year
Wow.
since Level 1 has been an affiliated Twitch stream. And from the very beginning, Irvin has been one of our subs, and he continues to be 13 months of subbing. Irvin, man, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Irvin.
You are the man.
Irvin is a great help to us at Bells and Chimes. On the,
Yes, he is.
the days that we have league, we also do run side tournaments. So we have a high score usually on a table. It's $1 entry, and then plus coin drop, and then half the winnings go towards the winner. The other half, at the end of the season, we donate all to the YWCA.
Yes.
So it's a good cause. So even if you're not a woman and you still want to come out on Wednesdays and hang out with us, you can come out and still participate.
Look at Pin Stadium with those
supports a
bits.
good
Irvin
Yes.
Torres is the legend subscriber of Level 1 Bar. He really is.
Yes,
Thank you
he
again
is. Thank you,
for those
thank you,
bits.
thank you,
Thank you. Oh, that is a tough drain for Molly, and there is no ball save on this. Did
not.
it hit anything? It did.
It did.
So that means the win goes to Christy
Yes.
in this game. Good job for Christy right there. Tough job for Molly. So that could affect the standings a little bit. Like we said with those standings,
Walking Dead
Molly
player
was
one.
up there. And
All
Christy
right.
was in a tough spot. Christy 4 games down, basically 4 points down at this point, +2 to -2. So go for it. Go for it. All right, going back to our matches right now. We are looking at Walking Dead. We'll see what we get after mousing around right here, and hopefully we will have a game we can show you. I'm going to force a quick update right here. Oh, we have Black Knight. Thank you very much, random number generator. So that is going to be between Lisa Arthur and Christy Hillis. Christy doing the stream tour right now. She's been on stream 3 games in a row. A little bit of turn right there on the playfield cam, but I think we can leave it be. As we are approaching the halfway point in the Flipper Frenzy right now. Let's go back over. I'm going to keep the game up here, but we'll go through those standings one more time. Therese has been the most active player so far for sure, but right now it's not helping her. She is 2-4 in how things have finished. Diane, the only player yet to lose, has played 4 games and won all 4. She has a 2-point lead right now, 2-game lead on Jen, who is at +2. Molly at +1 now. in third place all alone, and Christy in fourth place all alone at -1. So Diane's success is definitely stacking the bracket right now, top heavy, with that +4, which could lend that possibility. You know, everything's got to be all even here. That you could have a player under 500 be that fourth player that makes this. Could even change to be a 500 player in third place, depending on how good Diane continues to do. If she continues to win game after game after game. But we are only halfway through this frenzy portion of the tournament, so anything is possible. Anything could change right here. We'll see how it shakes out. Oh, that's a tough break, but a ball save in play for Christy right here. Sitting at, she's player 2 in this. Sitting about 890,000 right now. As we did miss Lisa's player ball 1, unfortunately. And she gets the magnet save. Did not catch on the magnet save. It looked like it should have, though. It was right by it. But it does drop in nicely for her. Yeah, she's got to get that mode shot on the right side here. You know, get a mode started, get some stuff going with it. That's definitely the play, because she's doing a real good job of hitting shots, but not getting points for it because the mode was not started. So that's a bit of a tough break for Christy right there. You know, you can tell she's got the aptitude on the machine, just getting the hang of learning the rules, learning everything she needs to know about it. That will come. That will come with time, so no shame in that whatsoever. Let's see what Lisa's able to do here on ball number 2. And she's going to take the ball saver. Unfortunately, I think she might have been wanting to do a super skill shot, but just wasn't able to control the ball well enough to make it happen. That's, oh, and drains the second time. That is a really tough ball 2 for Lisa right there. Opening the door for Christy. Come back, take the lead here on ball number 2. See what she's able to do. Starting to see the bar fill up here a little bit. I am wondering if maybe today's first showing of Avengers Endgame maybe just finished up. We are literally 100 feet away from the Marcus Crosswoods movie theater here in Columbus, north side of Columbus. And like every theater, ever since Thursday, the lot has been completely full of people. She will get a ball save for that. Didn't go down the right ramp. And with it being a 3-hour show, it's about 2:30. I could see the first show being 11:30, and wow, she had the war hurry up started and could not do anything with it. It is enough points to move into second place, or move into first place, I should say. Certainly not as many points as I'm sure she was hoping to get. So Lisa does get the skill shot right there, 750,000. See what she's able to do. Oh, the drain, the ball save was in though. So she'll get that ball save. Looks like she almost instinctively moved it over right then, thinking it was a skill shot. I don't blame her. I'd have done the same thing. And it looks like we have the Hell Hand mode. So with the Hell Hand mode, just one shot lit. It looks like the inside right orbit is the one she wants. This is a little challenging right now because almost everything lands you on the right flipper. So you've got to post pass. You've got to do things. Okay, so then it moves. That could be an easier right flipper shot for Lisa if she's able to get it. Plenty of time left on the mode here. So there it is. Feeds to the right flipper. A little late on the flip. Oh, could not hold it on that flipper. It's only about 1.5 million in the Wicked Cavern. Still a decent ball. The 1x, actually 2x gets her up to 7 million. So Christy needs about a little over 3, about 3.2 million in order to get this win. It'd be a huge win for her. Get her back to level, would solidify 4th place right now, depending on how some other games go. By the way, we do have a mouse and round game we can switch you to once this game is done there on ball number 2. So we'll see what Christy does here first, and then we will switch you over to that. That might be it. I didn't see a ball saver. That is it. So that means the win will go to Lisa, and we are going to mousing around between Sydney and Molly. Molly back on this machine once again. And Sydney's got the trap lane open. Here we go. 2. Just 2. There's 3. Looks like she tried to trap the ball a little bit and not maybe the best say 4. 5 off the other flipper. 6. Here come the points. Oh, that's not going to go up there, but that does 7. 8. 9. She's got this lot. No, that was a weird 9 hits on that, but 9 hits on that's worth 900,000 points, and suddenly what didn't look like a great game feels like a much better game at 1.5 million. Add some bonus on top of that. Let's see where it is, 174. So she's going to be upwards of 1.67 million. Here comes Molly. Needs about 1.5 million. It's very doable with the trap shots. I mean, if you want to play the long game, you can go for the jackpot, go for the million that comes with that, but it doesn't seem like a lot of people right now tend to play that in tournament play. She's going for trap lanes right now. That inside loop, I believe the extra ball is lit on that, which would be a good play as well. The shooter bonus would be in play again. All of which is very, very good. See what she's able to do here. All right, trapdoor's open. She's already up to 600,000 and it drains. Had the right shots lit, ready to go. That game will go to Sydney. So she will simply flip in order to finish this thing up right here. There's ball 3. She has the win. She doesn't have to play this out. I mean, especially with the shooter bonus. She has won the round. Does she realize that, though? I don't know if she's realizing it or she's just choosing to play it. She can drain it. I don't know, if she would feel like this is a good strategy, play it out, take some time, or just let it go right here. But let's look at the standings where they are right now. Diane now has a 3-game lead on Jen for that first spot. Maybe has already solidified it as we go along here. No one playing Black Knight right now, and Sydney's game is over. So Christy right now is sitting out. Looks like now Sydney's going to be sitting out as we look here. We're going to have a Black Knight game between Therese and Molly. So Jen at +2, Molly at +1, and Lisa now has snuck back into the 4th position at -1, a 2 and 3 record. That is good enough to get that position right now as she is, Therese and Christy are trying to catch up. That'll be win number 2 though for Sydney on the day, which will also even things up just a little bit. Let's see if that has been entered. It has. That's going to knock Molly down to a 0 mark. Still in 3rd place, though, but tightening things up at the bottom of the bracket. So we go to Black Knight. We are back there between Therese and Molly. Therese will take player 1 right here. Therese, as we said, based on the standings right here, needs to get a win. Molly in 3rd place at a tied 3 and 3 record. Therese right now actually has just fallen into last place at -3. So right now that puts her 2 wins out of a position. Oh, we got a ball stuck. And she does opt to go for the nudge method. We did see that the other week in the tournament, and that's a tough break because the ball sitting there caused the ball save to go away. She nudges it, and bye-bye ball, just like that. So here comes Molly. See what she's able to do. Sitting at 500,000 right now. Really needs that mode to kick in order to get some things going, although bonus X's are nice. No shame getting a 2X or a 3X right there. That would be okay too. Nice patient play with the flippers right there. Drew was going to hit that left flipper ever so slightly. Oh, don't look like she was quite as patient. Telling the machine exactly what she thinks of it. Oh, they are separated by 8,000 points right now. Thank goodness this is not ball 3. But it does basically mean ball 1 is a wash for both players. It will come down to the last 2. Therese gets the mode unlocked, has the Hydra mode. Already at 200,000. All right, sealed. She's hit it again. Perfectly done. 2 straight shots for 1.25 million. So now, she's got to do it again. Control the ball. Oh, does take a danger right then. We appreciate it. That actually made the camera a little nicer. Oh, not able to. Just too much side-to-side movement on that machine. Nothing she was able to do. But with the decent job on Hydra right there, at least gets some points. Gets up to 5 million. Puts a little pressure on Molly right now. As Molly holds the flippers and has to take the ball save. Just bounced right off of him. Not able. You almost have to catch that ball. Do a catch grab and then do your super seal shot from there or hit it straight off of there. Good job for her. That it should be a lock and a mode. Did it take? I don't know if it took or not. It definitely went up. There it is. All right, so there's ball 1 locked, and it looks like the Hydra mode is the one that's up for her too. So very simple right here, as we said. Everything's lit, but once you hit something, you got to hit it again. 60 seconds in this mode. Right now you got to be thinking she's trying to get control of things. All right, she hits that same one that Therese hit. Got it again. Perfect seal. 1.25 mil total. Oh, off one flipper and then the drain. So decent ball right there, but not enough points to catch Therese. And Therese now trying to put some distance between her and everybody else right here as we look at an update on the standings real quick. Wow, it is definitely changing. Diane and Jen are starting to take over on this thing up at the top. They may have sealed the top 2 positions. We'll talk about that in just a second. And it looks like a lock is lit now for Therese if she's able to get it over there. She's trying to backhand that shot. No luck as of yet. Not able to do it. So, her final score will be at 7.145 mil. That is what Molly's got to get to. If Molly's not able to do this, we're going to have 2 players in plus territory and 5 players in negative territory right here. And that's going to open up the door for a lot of players. Lisa, Sydney, Christy, and Therese as well. Therese will go to a -2 and just be a game back. We'll just have a game of separation between the bottom 5 players and a commanding 4-game lead between 2nd and 3rd place the way this shakes out right now. Because I do see some games shifting around. That could change, but if Jen and Diane keep winning, it's not going to change very much. They are definitely trending to be your top 2 seeds at the moment. Good spinner shot right there for Molly. The lock is lit. No mode lit yet, though. Keeps it in play. Well done. Lock should be just fine right here. Spinners are not bad either, but they're not going to get her to where she wants to be overall. Oh, she just missed a 2x bonus opportunity up there by moving it around. Kept it alive. Slowing things down. Okay, mode is now lit. Tried like heck to backhand it. Plays. Oh, and the rejection down the middle. That one will go to Therese. Molly is not happy with it one bit. I can't say I blame her. The Black Knight wins again. So with that, let's take a look at the matches again. We have a game on Mousin between Lisa and Therese. We're going to switch over to that. And while that's happening, we can tell you the standings. Diane has finally lost a game, and Jen and Diane are playing right now. This will be for first place. As they're both 5-1, Lisa has moved all the way back up into 3rd place now with a tied record, a 0 score. 3 wins, 3 losses. Molly is in 4th place at -1 and is sitting out this round. Therese at -2. Sydney and Christy could be playing a very critical game near the bottom of this bracket right now. Sydney at -2, Christy at -3. We'll see where they're at. Lisa and Therese. Who is going to be up on mouse? It is Lisa and Therese. And I just got the word from Rhonda. We are taking a 10-minute break. I'm going to do the same just so I can get a little sip of water myself. Reminder to everybody, Black Knight launch event, May 13th, 7:30 p.m. here at Level 1. And for our female players, for anybody who might be watching, anybody who you know in the Midwest, anywhere around here, any female players who want to get into Pinburg, we are having a Pinburg Pass tournament for our female players Sunday, May 26th. The first and second place finishers both earn a pass into Pinburg. Can't buy the tickets anymore. This is the only way you can get in if you do not have your ticket already. So make sure to tell your friends about this tournament. I will make sure we get some more information out there for everybody in the very, very near future. So we'll be back in about 5 minutes or so, letting everybody get a little break in the action before we get to the last rounds of Flipper Frenzy. We'll be back with that in just a minute. Jen, I have a favor to ask of you. If you can come up at some point in the very near future with like a cool graphic for this, I will make sure we post it on future streams and I can help with social media.
Okay, yeah. That's what I've been the one I'm sure you've probably seen the stuff that I've posted.
Yeah.
Like I made that one. The one I have from Pinburg right now is made I'm not with, but it's my photo from Pinburg so that I can actually use it.
Yes.
So I'm not in love with it, but
It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to tell everybody the story and be something you can post and put it Instagram to. And as long as you've got that, you've got everything you need. Yeah. Kind of how I feel about a lot of the stuff. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to work. Exactly. Ryan, are we about ready to get going? Good. Perfect. All right. I think our groups are back up and running here. I think we're just about ready to go. Reminder, too, for everybody who, we talked about the Pinball tournament, of course. Bells and Chimes here, also not only are they running tournaments here, they're running a pinball league. And that league is Wednesday nights at 8. By 8, just be here by 8 p.m. All women players are welcome, even if you have not done any week of league before. Just come, play as a guest. Quit mousing around and start playing pinball already. Dude, I'm with you. I'm ready for him to play. This one, by the way, is going to be between Lisa Arthur and Therese Edwards. So let's take one more look at the standings as they are right now. Jen and Diane are tied at first place, a 4-game lead over Lisa. So this would be a very big game for Lisa. If she loses it, then Therese moves to -1, Lisa falls to -1, and we're going to have a tie. Suddenly then 2 spots are going to be really in play right here, not just 1. We'll see how that shakes out. Player 2. There we go. Okay, good. I was worried Lisa wasn't going to hit that right there for whatever reason. So, nice shooter bonus right there. 100,000 points. Good start for Lisa right here. Ooh, looks like she got a nick shot on the second trapdoor right there. So that's a very good start for her. And then that happens. Mousing around being mousing around, because it does tend to do that on occasion. Because sometimes they show myself on the camera. Every now and then. Inquisitive minds asking about this. Yeah, this stuff's fun.
This is real cool.
It is cool. So Therese trying to get here. Oh, and that tough drain for her right there.
It shows on
Yep.
it shows on the score.
It does, yeah. Fun kids in here. Everyone just drops over.
She's gonna try it out.
Yep, she is. So this is Lisa. Tough ball one right there for Therese. So this game is a Dream Master. Wolfman, you're absolutely right about that. Absolutely right. So let's see what Lisa's able to do with it right here. Is the ball in play? One more hit on that center chapter. What a nice hit on the trapdoor to open it up. And now here we go. 1, 2. Not yet. That's just the 2. Still a decent score right here. There's 3. Oh, that should have gone up there. Yeah, he's very much smoking right there. What's Lisa going to do right here? Doesn't look like she's playing for trapdoor right now. Let's get one of the E's in there. Looks like 2 letters left. Oh, and the drain there. So maybe not quite as profitable as she might have hoped that was going to be. But a decent bonus will get her over 700,000 points. So here comes Therese. Looks like she maybe brought some food over, maybe got some Lotus or some Wolfman. Wolfman showing some love for mousing around with the Rip Bits, 20 of them. Because when we all lose, the pinball machine still always wins. Oh, and there's the risk of that trapdoor shot for Therese right there. Went for it. Perfectly hit the number 2 and the number 3. People getting the cold sun. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they very much are. So Lisa now with a chance to build up a bit of a lead right here. This would be huge for her to do that. Lisa gets this win. She would go +1. Therese would go -2. So as opposed to them becoming tied, it would become a 3-game lead. That's how critical it is. Or it would be a 4-game lead. Yeah, Therese would fall to -3. So these are huge transition games because of the point difference. And that would be no different right here. Lisa getting that last little sip in. Come on, Lisa, let's play. You got this. She once again goes for the short flip. For the short plunge, I should say. She doesn't seem to be interested in the shooter bonuses at all, and that might bite her right then. We're going to see if it does or not. We're going to see what Therese goes for right here as well, because 300,000 right now would be huge, especially when the difference in score right now is sitting somewhere in the neighborhood of about 660,000 points. A good plunge for Therese, and suddenly she's almost halfway there, just like that. Other games going, by the way, we've got a Guardians of the Galaxy game. That's the game going between Jen and Diane right now. It looks like Jen has a lead on ball number 3, it looks like, at the moment. And Walking Dead, so all 3 games right next to each other. That's between Sydney and Christy. Molly right now has the bye to start the second round of Flipper Frenzy. Therese did not get the shooter bonus. That's huge. So now she might have to take a little bit of a chance. 50,000 on the trap lane. That'll help. Oh, just barely kept that ball alive right there. Got the extra ball, too, so that is also a huge play. Oh, she tilted. She lost the bonus. Thank God for the extra ball right there. But that bonus could be very significant. It's big time in this game. I don't know if she even realized she got an extra ball. No, she does. She does. She goes for the shooter. She got the shooter bonus, so that gets her up to 700,000. She does not need a lot more points. In fact, if she had a good enough bonus, we didn't see what it was, she might be there. The extra ball just before the tilt might be all she needs to save a win right here. As I got to think she's got 80,000. I think she's got this with the bonus. There's the trap lane. There is the win. What a comeback. Therese did not do herself any favors whatsoever with that, but she got enough points to win that round and put herself back into a top 4 position just like that. What a comeback for her. So with that, we will see how that shakes out for the next rounds here. We're looking at the queue. Therese is now in queue. And the next game appears to be Star Wars, and that will be between Molly and Lisa. As we said, with that win, really the 2 people that helps is Jen and Diane. Because as it stands right now, they have played 6 games. They have been so good. Therese has played 9 games so far. She has only 1 less win than Jen and Diane. Let's take a look at that real quick. It's fascinating how this shakes out. Wrong one there. Oh, Therese and Sydney are going to be playing Mousing, so we'll switch right back to that. But Jen and Diane have been so good, they played the least amount of games. But they're +4 right now as a result of it. They have a 5-game lead over Therese. Therese only has 1 less win, but has lost 5 games. So you can see the difference. You know, there's benefit to winning, and in this case, taking a long time. Just avoiding losses is sometimes everything you need to do right here. And so Therese, right back on mouse and around, takes a tough ball 1. This game's kind of kicking her butt right now a little bit. Let's see what Sydney's able to do. Sydney trying to get back into this thing. It's now wide open competition for the last 2 spots. Like I said, 5-point lead for Jen and Diane right now. One of them's gonna have a 2-point lead after this. But even whoever loses is going to be +3 and still be very solidified in the number 2 position. So then the question happens, what happens with everybody else? Right now, Therese has the lead because she has more wins. You know, the sheer number of games that have been played makes a difference. And it looks like we saw Sydney drain out right there. 485,000 for Sydney at the moment. So Therese is back up, goes for the drain, gets the skill shot, 200,000. Oh, not able to switch it over and get the bonus. She was trying to, and then the trapdoor does her in again. That trapdoor is claiming victims like Wolfman is giving bits. 1 by painful 1 tombstone at a time. And with the skill shot, it was almost enough to get her back into first place at 421,000. So Sydney going to be playing this out to see what she's able to do. See if she's able to make a little headway, get a little bit of a lead right here. And the same thing happened to her. She went for the trapdoor, and the trapdoor did her in too. So 91,000 is going to only allow her to get to about 600,000 points. That's it. So we're back to Therese. Therese needs 170,000 points just to keep this game going. This for her is game number 10 that she has played so far. Yeah, I gotta admit, Cold Stone does sound pretty good, although it's probably the last thing in the world that I should be eating right now. Something about blood sugar and that being made of nothing but sugar. Therese with the extra ball again. It's a good play to get it when it comes up, but then you got to be able to do something with all those shots. Doesn't even look like she's playing. Oh, and it drains the left. She does get enough points to move back into first. So Sydney will have to play and do something with her ball 3, and the 2x bonus there, nice as well. She did get the 2. Just that bonus gets her up to 800,000 points. Does not get the shooter, but does get another 2x bonus. So just based off of that, she will be over, I would think, 1.2 million points just based on that right there. Let's see what she's able to do. Does drain. She'll have a couple 100,000 points from that. So here comes Sydney. Now suddenly, just out of nowhere, Sydney needs almost 1 million points. So Therese making things happen really without any benefit of the trapdoor whatsoever. But Sydney does get the extra ball here, so she will get that extra opportunity. Does she go for the trapdoor? She does, and it bites her again. Now the bonus will be 1x right here. That'll get her over 900,000. See what she's able to do right here, right? Might have to step away for just a minute here. And she's got the trapdoor. 1, 2. Does not get the third one. Bonus is going to make it very close right now. Another trapdoor would be really, really nice. Might be enough. There it is. One more will do it. She's got it. So Sydney comes back, gets the win. For Sydney, that's going to put her back at 0. And put her into third place all by herself. All right, I'm going to step away for just a quick second. I'll be right back. All right, we are back here. So, with those games, Sydney is now sitting out this round. Molly is now up to an even score of 4-4, and Therese is back down to -2. So suddenly, third place and fourth place are very much talked for right now. And the difference between fourth and fifth is really 2 games. So Therese and Lisa are playing right now. They're both at -2. So if we look at that at the moment, go to the matches right here, see that Walking Dead, Monsters, and Guardians of the Galaxy are all being played right now. But we look at our standings, you can see that game between Therese and Lisa is critical. Whoever wins that game is going to have a major leg up on getting into a possible top 4 position. And really the game between Diane and Molly, much more important for Molly than it is for Diane. If Diane wins it, I mean, she's pretty well assured a position in the top 4 no matter what happens. She'd have to have an absolute breakdown in order for that not to be the case. But that said, if Molly moves to a +1 position right here, puts her in very good position moving forward. If she's able to do that, it would look very, very, very good. So we will wait to see when we get another game on stream right here. the meantime, we will show some Black Knight as we are waiting for that to get played. We see Molly over there playing the machine next to it, the Munsters. I'll turn my mic down for just a second, let you hear the background noise. Is that the Molly Johnson? That is the Molly Johnson, Mr. Evan. Evan, how are you, by the way? I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. Wow, okay. You're going old school right now, talking about the old Point Tavern days. Yeah. Back in the old days of the Copa Leagues, the Columbus Leagues down at Point. We played those at the old mill, I think we did every now and then, before Level 1 was even a thing. When we played down at 16-bit and they had 4 pinball machines and we liked it. That is Molly. That's her. She is playing today and doing pretty well. So, Evan, like I said, hopefully you are having a good time. We're not far away. 2 months away now from the amazing pinball race as well that Evan is going to be running. May 4th, correct me if I'm wrong, May 4th is when the tickets go on sale for the amazing pinball race, and the spots are limited. There are 72 spots for that. It is going to be a sensational 3 days of pinball. We're having sign-ups this Saturday. So get in, get your spots. If you don't get on the waiting list, but get your spots as soon as possible so that you can be guaranteed maybe one of the biggest tournaments Level 1 will ever run is the amazing pinball race, and we are super, super glad to be a big part of it. Oh, Diane is not happy with that at all. Looking at that right there. We'll see how that shapes out with the standings. With that kind of response, maybe she maybe taking a loss here. That would be a huge help for Molly to gain one of those top 4 positions. We shall see. Like we said, looking at those standings one more time. Sydney sitting this round out. Jen and Diane. Jen at +5, Diane at +3. Molly and Sydney tied, completely tied. 4 wins for each of them, both at 0. 4-4 records. So you can see where it all really evens itself out between all the players right there. Looking at our matches right now, we've got Guardians, Munsters, and Walking Dead being played. Gotta think the odds are pretty good. We're going to get a Black Knight game or a Mouse and Around game very, very soon, considering what we're seeing right now. So with that, I see games moving around here. We do have a Black Knight game. We're going to show you that. That is going to be between Sydney and Diane as Molly sits this round out. Let's see how that affects the standings. Oh, wrong one. We need standings. And that was a win for Diane. So that is huge. And a tough break right now really makes this game very important now, really for Sydney. If Sydney wins it, Sydney moves solidly into 3rd place. Molly sitting this out, that's tough for her. She's really got to pay attention to what happens between Therese and Lisa right here, as Christy right now just trying to get a little bit of momentum and trying to, get back into this thing. Only 2 wins so far out of the 8 games that she has played. So ball saver for Sydney right here. She is player 1 in this group. Trying to hit the right shot. So we're going to get and it just dropped right off the right flipper. That is a tough break. Evan, give us more information about the amazing pinball race for those of you who don't know about it. We can talk about how the format goes. Friday night is a women's amazing race, which will just be done as the amazing race format, which is basically you go down a line. We put everybody into an order, into a bracket, and you go down the line and play a group of pinball machines. And basically everyone gets to play each machine. But at each machine, if you have the lowest score, you are not able to move on to play the next one in queue. So everyone plays, and then whoever has the lowest score on the machine is eliminated from the tournament. So say we had 8 players playing, and then we have 8 machines. all 8 players would play the first machine. Whoever of those 8 had the lowest possible score would be eliminated from the tournament. 7 people play the next machine. 6 people play the next, 5, 4, so on and so forth, until we are down to a final 2 players who would go head-to-head to determine who the winner would be. The main tournament, like we said, has 72 players in it. We'll probably have A and B divisions as well. We'll have amazing races for the A and B division. Saturday is all about round-robin match play in order to determine your seeding. And then after that, the amazing race will be on Sunday when we determine who the big winners are for both A and B divisions. The tournament is IFPA certified. There will be prizes and cash for the winners in both A and B division. And like we said, it's one of the most fun events, one of the most unique events that you're going to find on the pinball circuit. No one else does an event like what Evan does here at Level 1. So, we invite everyone to check it out, to see it. It's something truly, truly amazing. And we want everybody to be a part of it. So Sydney stepping back up right here. Looks like Diane had about 1.7 on her ball, one of Black Knight. Sydney absolutely going for the super skill shot. Very bouncy on those flippers, though. And not enough time to get the super skill shot, unfortunately. But that will start a mode, the sandworm mode. Got the first one. There's a mill. Got the second one. There's oh, I thought that landed it. No, 1.25. Got 2 of them. So 2.25 in Burning Sands. Decent, but still not tons of points. Now Diane steps right back up. One quick mode lock for her, and she's right back in this thing. Let's see if she's able to do it. Not right away. Got the ball on the left flipper. The left flipper seems to be the one you want in order to start the mode. You can backhand it, and she did. As soon as I open my mouth, she proves me wrong because she's that good of a player. She also is starting on sandworm mode. So any of the lit shots right here, sandworm award right there. It's moved on to the left side, the inside left ramp and the far left orbit. And she drains out. She had enough points with the skill shot with Burning Sands to get there. But unfortunately, not much more over than that. Sitting at 3.9 million right now. As Sydney steps right back up. So Sydney needs at least about 500,000 points. A skill shot would do it to keep this thing going onto a third ball for Diane. She goes super. That's a dangerous play, I think, right there. Not taking the pretty much guaranteed skill shot points and then drains. She does get a ball save, so it could have been much, much worse. Oh, the ball stuck up there. She's going to nudge it herself. The rules, if you nudge it yourself and you danger and tilt, that is on you. She's nudging kind of hard right there. It's really stuck in there. She's not endangering it as of this point. They're looking over there to, she hasn't called for anyone yet. She is calling for Rhonda. So that's probably a smart play right here. She's only 100,000 points free. Oh, and it did no, that's just showing the bonus. My bad. It's just showing what her current bonus is. Bring that flipper up. We're getting some of the crew over here. It looks like Rhonda is one of our official tournament directors today. And Chris has been helping out just a little bit. I suppose that's okay. And trying to decide a mode of action here. It looks like Teresa's going to open up the machine to free that ball. That's what I'm gathering she's going to do right here. It's a critical game, and this is critical from the sense of it slows things down, too. So a little bit of a momentum drop, unfortunately, for Sydney right here. She's actually having to work around Christy right there, who's playing the Munsters right next to her. They're all doing the best they can with it, but this would be, I think, a situation where, I don't know if anybody's really taking control of the situation as a whole. Christy doesn't have much space to work with right here at all. I'm surprised they did not have Christy wait just a moment to play her ball while they do their thing and fix up this one. So they will plop that open real quick. They will move it down to put it on the right flipper right there. Tough break for Christy, having to really play around all of that action right now. Not a huge fan of that. We'll freely admit that. As they get everything ready to go, Sydney getting ready to play. Molly looks like she is going to wait this out just a little bit. Is she going to play? Yeah, I think she's waiting. No, she's going to play. She feels like she's got enough room to work with here, and Sydney is back up and running. So she does get enough points with the spinner shot right there to move into first place. It's going to force Diane to play out her ball 3. That is the initial goal. Score some points. Looks like War Hurry Up might be just about ready to be lit. Maybe it's the camera angle. That looked like it had a little bit of extra spin on it, the way that thing moved. Not super predictable for sure. And she does drain, not the least bit happy about it either. So the bonus will be a 1x bonus right there, 222,000. So Diane's going to have to get about 600,000 points. If she's smart, she's going skill shot right here because that will get her the win. And she does, and there it is, just like that. She gets the win. Will she play this one out? I don't know if she will or not. She definitely is. Be a good question for us to ask Jen at some point if we can get her over here. What are the rules as far as playing your ball out once you have guaranteed a victory? You know, can you play it, do you play it from a strategy sense just to limit the amount of games that you play? Because in this format, that would be a legitimate strategy. We'll have to ask her when she's on bye next. They are finishing up. They've, in fact, already marked the game, which is the interesting thing. Rhonda is already on top of this, having marked that as a win for Diane. In fact, Diane is now... And it's interesting how they did that. Diane can really play this out, as she now has a bye. So she's playing this out strictly for fun at this point. The win has already been credited to her. And with that, we can look at the standings and see that now Jen and Diane, this is getting a little out of hand for the two of them, as good as they have been playing. Let's look at these standings right here. They are now the only players in plus territory. Jen with a +6, Diane with a +5. As now Therese, Sydney, and Molly are back all vying for the last position. Therese has the lead right now because she has a tiebreaker with 5 wins. Sydney and Molly are tied for 4th place, both with a 4-5 record at -1. Lisa now has fallen into 6th place. She's lost 3 games in a row. She was right there, but that losing streak is really costing her right now. And Christy, unfortunately, at 2-7, not in a very good position at the moment. We do have a mouse and around game that's going to be starting once Diane is finished. That will be between Diane and Molly, so we're going to switch back over to mouse and around. As they get that going, once Diane is finished, she will switch right over to this game. So Diane is going to get this rolling. She will go straight from player 2 on Black Knight to player 1 on Mouse and Around. Let's see what her strategy is. Well, you can't have a strategy when the ball drains like that, and she feels it. I think she feels like she absolutely should have had that one and did not. It's a tough break for her right there. So here's Molly. And see if she can do a little bit better. Keeps the ball in play, gets some cheese, the C in there at least. So just by the venue of that, she's off to a little bit of a better start. Looks like Jen and Lisa just got, or Jen and Christy maybe just got their game done. Lisa now sitting out the next round right here as we're trying to keep an eye on these standings. They're coming fast and furious. Molly will be up around the 300,000 point mark right now. Jen has gone up now to a +7 as Molly is now at 0. Now Molly in 3rd place by herself with the finish of her last game. So this could be big for Molly to solidify the number 3 position. And Diane with another drain. She is having a nightmarish game of bouncing around right now. 2 balls in, not even at 100,000 points. Now, Diane, we know how good she is. She can make this up. And she is really playing with house money right now. She is locked into that number 2 position. That's a very fortunate drop right there for Molly. Very fortunate that thing did not go right down the drain. She's got the trapdoor open. Does she start to go for it? Not yet. I want to give a big thank you to everybody who is watching, who has subbed, who has followed. Another good in-lane bounce for Molly right now. She does take a danger. This machine is a little fidgety. I think that's her first one on this machine, so she's still got a little nudging to do, and she will let that one drain out. Take no chances. Just a heck of a good run right there for her. Well done. But thank you to everybody who has been following, who has subscribed today. Irvin, 13 months of subs. Cannot thank him enough for all of his support of this channel and everything he's done, everything he does, even with the Bells and Chimes League as well. He's a huge help. And for the bits from Pin Stadium, from Wolfman, from Flying Toys, from everybody. Cannot thank everyone enough for your donations and your contributions to the stream as well. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. So Diane's got the trap lane. She has an extra ball, and she has gone into first place. She's done what she's been doing all day, just clutching. And now on ball 3, she is looking very, very good. See what she can do right here. Oh, and that's it. She's mad about that, but nothing to be mad about the comeback right there. Going to score over 1 million points on ball number 3 and will get an extra ball. Now she realizes it. She's got a hard plunge this to go for the 300,000 to start this. That 300,000 could be monumental. Doesn't get it all the way up there. She tends to go the precise route with those plunges. I think she's definitely going for it. That's where it is. We are down, by the way, just got the announcement. There are 21 minutes left. That's a very specific number. But 21 minutes are left in qualifying, so 3:47 local time will be determined. That will be the end of the qualifying sessions. Any game that is started before that point, I believe, has a chance to finish. But we will confirm that once we get to that point for sure. So 21 minutes, at least I would think a couple of games for most players in this head-to-head format is what we can reasonably expect right here. And really what I think that's going to confirm, Jen and Diane are in. They're going to be the 1 and 2 seeds for sure. If Jen struggles for whatever reason and Diane really clutches a couple of games, then there's a good chance that could switch, but it's going to be very unlikely. We're looking right now at player 2 at P3 and P4 positions to see where they end up. Great job by Diane right there. Goes from less than 100,000 to over 1.6 on ball 3. Molly needs about 1 million. It's doable in this game. She opts for the short plunge as well. I don't know. Maybe I'm just cynical. Maybe that's why I'm cynical, because you want those skill shot points. They're so important. And just like that, there's nothing Molly could do. So Diane gets another win. That's going to put Diane up to +6. 1 point out from Jen. And that's going to knock Molly down to -1, which puts her in a tie position. There it is. It's taken effect. And Molly has to sit this round out. So Therese and Sydney are playing for the opportunity to jump into that P3 position right now by themselves at 0. Let's see what games are coming up here. Do we have a game we can show? We don't yet. It's going to be Walking Dead and Guardians of the Galaxy. So we'll keep an eye on the standings right here and keep that timer. We are down to about 19 minutes left in qualifying right now. So 3:47 is the magic time to keep track of. I don't think I have a way to show the time on stream here. I'm going to see if I can find a way to do it real quick, so hang tight with me for just a minute. Did I just hear we have a Black Knight game up? I think I just heard that. I'm going to look real quick. We do. Molly and Lisa. So Molly, just like that, right back up. And it's going to be over on Black Knight's Sword of Rage. So looking at where they stand right now. Oh, we do have a timer. If you go to this page right here, I'm going to pop that page into chat right now. That page right there, you go there, that has the timer on it, and I can keep you updated on that as we go along here. Let's see if I can pull up a Frenzy page and see if it loads up for me nicely here. Browser Frenzy page. This could be interesting. This is me editing on the fly right here, so be very, very cautious. Oh, that's beautiful. Nap Arcade, how are you, my man? All right, we have the timer. And I have it on both the pages. So, all right, there is your timer officially. 17 minutes and 42 seconds. Sneaking in a few minutes for Kids Spring. Dude, enjoy the kids. You know, that is far more important. We're just having some fun times here. But we appreciate you stopping, appreciate everything you do for our stream. You know, very, very thankful for that. You can now see the Frenzy timer on your screen. 17 minutes, 21 seconds are remaining in the queue. So once that timer hits 0, no new games can begin. And so right now with our standings, let's take a look at where they're at. Diane, oh, there's our matches right now. So we're waiting for Molly and Lisa to get Black Knight started. I see credits being put in. So I think we're just about ready to go. Diane and Jen are tied once again. Diane has finished a couple of games very quickly. So just based on wins has the lead. Jen's games have run longer. Only played 9 games, but has won 8 of them. Therese, Molly, so this is a huge game for Molly. Molly really needs to win this game in order to stay in that P4 position, maybe even move up to a P3. You know, for Therese, this is maybe one of her last opportunities to try and move into a top 4 position and qualify for the semifinals. If she's not able to do it right now, she might have a very hard time doing it with only 16 minutes remaining in the Frenzy format. While we're watching that, we're watching Kelly do some amazing, Christy doing some amazing things. I am so sorry I keep getting her name mixed up. She's going to kick my butt when she goes back and watches this. We're seeing Christy do some amazing things over on Guardians of the Galaxy. 80 million points. Winning, I believe, on ball number 3 right now. Just knocked a 36 million brute jackpot. You're right. This is the only tournament that Los won't make the finals for. He's kind of disqualified from it. At least we're pretty sure he's disqualified from it. I haven't seen anything to indicate to the contrary. All right, so here is Lisa. It's like 842,000 on ball number 1 right there for Molly. Not getting any moves. Really kicked off the new one there. Unless he puts on a wig and tries to sneak in. I think we're going to know. Unless he changes his t-shirt from damn girl to damn boy. Or maybe not, because, you know, it doesn't really matter. Go whichever route you want there. That is perfectly okay. Just saying. Looks like the Hell Hand is now in play. And Lock 1 in place for Lisa. So she's off to a good start right here. So we are under the 15-minute mark now in this tournament. 14 minutes, 34 seconds remaining. Now is when the length of games really starts to matter. You know, you could maybe slow play this if you want to. You know, play a little more methodical if you feel like time is on your side. I don't know if that matters with as few players as we're dealing with right here. I don't know if that's necessarily going to be the case. But Lisa's doing a great job of just spamming that ramp, getting a bunch of points in the Hell Hand mode right here. So there's 40 seconds left over. right side shot. Really needs to get that on the left flipper, which is not easy to do. You've got to play some post passing in order to do it. You've got to do some flipper stuff. Yes, this is the Flipper Frenzy format. Pinball, 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 what we also call it around these parts. That's exactly what it is. It's the first one of these we've done here at level 1. The Bells and Chimes female pinball organization is putting this on, the Columbus version of it. But yeah, well done for Lisa right there to run the score up to 13 million on ball number 1. So here comes Molly now. 842,000, needs to get a mode started, needs to get some shots on that mode. She's able to. It'll be to her benefit to make that happen. Let's see if she can do it. I'm going to type out something real quick here. There you go. 12 minutes remaining. Molly trying like heck. Yeah, she needs that just left of center ramp shot. Inside center ramp, we'll call it. In order to get the possibility of getting a mode started. So let's combo a couple of things together here. She seems to have good results with hitting shots, but is not having good results with actually finishing the modes off. Okay, there's that. So now the mode is lit. Now it is critically important to finish lighting that mode. All right, on the left flipper. Hit that ramp again. Favorable drop onto the right flipper. We've seen it backhanded. Doesn't seem to be going for it, though. A little surprised about that. Also doesn't seem to be going to really line up the bonus X's at the top of the screen. I think she's really focused on the shot making right now, but not as much on the rules of the machine. Could come back to bite her, and it did. So yeah, a long ball, but not a very profitable ball, unfortunately, right there for Molly. So ball 2 now for, she's frustrated. She's definitely got the right to be right there, but I think there were missed opportunities that she really could have gotten right there, just wasn't able to. Lisa, yep, does get the ball safe. Didn't know if there was any time left on that. There was. And, oh, there's that stick again. Is Lisa going to try? Oh, she is immediately calling. Hey, Rhonda. I'm going to call that one out immediately to him so Rhonda can come over and help. Oh, it came free. Right. Yeah, so, yeah, I mean, I think Lisa doing the smart thing right there. Yeah, Lisa does not appear to be playing that top lanes correctly to try and get bonus X's. It might not bite her here because she has a very nice lead. But it could bite her later depending on what matches she gets into. We'll see. Oh, it drains all the way over into the plunge lane. Kind of letting the machine play itself right now, just trying to wait till an opportunity for the ball to drop on a flipper. It does, as we approach the 10-minute mark of Flipper Frenzy right now. We are under 10 minutes. So, I mean, we'll look at the standings once this ball is over with. I'm seeing some games begin to move. There is a mouse and around game that just started up between Jen and Diane. The two titans of this tournament so far are competing right there. And it looks like a drain out. So now Molly, big ball for Molly right here. Has to get 12 million points in order to stay in this thing. Has to get a mode started. Has the light lit for a mode start. Ball saver's off, so all bets are off right now. She's got to get that shot, that inside lock shot to get a lock and get a mode. And that is ball game. So Lisa will get the win right there. I'm sure that will get marked very, very soon right here. We're going to switch that mouse and around game real quick here. There it is. This is between Jen and Diane. Yeah, I almost wonder, you know, everyone else is competing on the bottom ends of this. You know, Jen and Diane are really playing for top position right now. As the standings show, Diane right now 10-2, +8. Jen is at +6. They are the only players with a winning record so far, and they have a resounding winning record at that. Therese has moved all the way up to 3rd, and Molly is still in 2nd place, still holding on to that just barely at -2. Therese has played 13 games. Molly has played 12. Sydney and Jen have been the slower players in the group. Each of them have 10 games respectively. So we're at ball 3. This is a very quick-moving game for the both of them. Jen stepping up, getting ready to play her ball 3 right here on Mousing Around. Let's see what happens. Gets the shooter bonus. That is huge for her right now. She needs a few more points to ensure that Diane's going to have to play a ball 3. I think it's safe to say that's going to happen. Got to think she's going to go for the extra ball as well. Oh, wow. She is super unhappy with that, and understandably so. The bonus will be enough to make Diane have to play. But I think it still could very well just be a bonus win for Diane right here, with her not really having to do very much of anything, as we are under 8 minutes left in the qualifying. I will let her know you said that, Wolfman, that the game is not as strong with the cat ears. Hey, Jen, leave this comment. I think she likes it. So Diane is just slowly letting this way out. She's going for that, and that's ball game. She gets the win. That should Wolfman with 20 more rip bits. Thank you, Wolfman. We appreciate those tremendously. So Diane is now, I think, secured. Or Diane was in second. Yeah, Diane's in first place. That will move her to +9, and Jen down to +5. So I mean, that's going to lock up the 1 seed for Diane right here, even if she gets another game in. The question now is, does she play this thing out and wait and see what happens? Yep, those bits are all for Jen, and that game has been counted. So match-wise, Diane is now out, Jen is in, and Jen is in over at Black Knight. So we are switching back over to Black Knight right here. This is between Lisa and Jen. Let's show you those standings real quick right here. Jen at +5. She is locked into the number 2 seed. The games that matter right now, Lisa probably is now eliminated at -4. I don't think she can come back in time. Therese and Sydney, those are the games that matter here. Sydney's game is just getting started. Therese's game on Walking Dead is just getting started as well. That is probably going to be their final games in this format. I don't think there's any way they're going to get another game in, not with 6 minutes remaining. So how they finish, if Therese wins, let's look at some hypotheticals right now and think about this. If Therese wins, she will be at 0. She will be assured a spot. If Sydney wins, then Sydney will be at -1. Sydney will get a spot. If Molly wins, Molly will go to -1 and probably will be in a tiebreaker game for the 4th spot. So those are the games that really matter right now. Jen basically is playing the role of spoiler. Actually, Jen and Lisa's game, we're just really watching this for fun. I don't think it's going to have any bearing on the standings whatsoever. We're just watching 2 very good people play pinball. The other games, Guardians of the Galaxy and Walking Dead, we will do our best to keep you up to date on those as best we can. We're down to 5 minutes. I think we can almost officially say this is going to be the last game for all of these players up right now. So Molly's stepping up right now. She is player 2 on Walking Dead. Therese on ball 1 got about 2.6 million points. We will do our best to follow along with this, right along with you. While you're doing that, you can watch what is basically a very, it doesn't look like it, but it really is a chill game of, oh, nope, that was a lock. That was a lock. What is a very chill game of Black Knight for both of these players. Jen locked into P2, and unfortunately Lisa locked into an elimination spot. Down to 4.5 minutes left in the frenzy. She will take the drain. Can update you on both of the games right now. It looks like ball 1 is done for both of them. Sydney has a lead right now on Diane in Guardians of the Galaxy. That would allow Sydney to get to level par and would assure her a spot in the semifinals. Looks like Molly was able to get less than 1 million on Walking Dead. So Therese has the lead right there. Same for Therese. If Therese wins it, she will be assured a spot in the semifinals. In fact, if it ends that way, Therese will be P3 and Sydney will be P4. So it would be Jen versus Therese and then Sydney versus Diane. It would be a rematch of the game they're playing right now. And it will be a double elimination 2 out of 3 format for those games. So we've got a lot of pinball left to play here for everybody's enjoyment purposes. And reminder, you can see it from the Level 1 bar bot right there. The new season of the Silver Ball Super League will begin. Pre-plays were the last pre-plays yesterday and tomorrow on the 29th. And opening week is Monday after. May the 6th will be when league play opens. You can find out more. You can go to the official page for the Silver Ball Super League at ssl.level1bar.stream. So I'm going to try and get you updates right here. Diane did not have a very good ball, too, on Guardians, still sitting at about 5 million points. So Sydney's going to be looking to add on to the lead here. Therese is still winning over on Walking Dead, 5 million to about 3.4. So both of those games are critical in how the standings are going to finish up right here. And Diane seems a little disappointed right now in how her Guardians game is going, but she has nothing to be disappointed about with her record right now, a 9-2 record, locked into P1 for the semifinals. We're down to 2.5 minutes. And Therese is done with her game. Could they maybe get another game in? This is going to be real interesting. Or does Molly slow play this in order to finish this off? It's going to be super, super close. Diane is actually having to get a little money out of the ATM real quick. That could slow her game down in a weird kind of way. That could mean their game is indeed going to be the last one, as we're down to 2 minutes. Molly is indeed playing this one out, so if she's able to come back in this, I think she did. She's had a hell of a mode in prison. 1.5, I think she's got it. She's got 10 mil. I think Molly just took the win. Did they mark it? Please let me say we're going to mark that. I think Molly has got it. We're literally waiting on the graphics of Walking Dead to show both scores. Because she's in CDC mode, it doesn't. One of the weird quirks of the system, Therese is just smiling. I think she knows. She knows that she is not winning this one. And it's a question of when are they going to mark the win and when are they going to call up another game here with just a minute and a half remaining on the clock. I don't think Diane's game is going to finish within time. Although if she drains without getting 11 mil, then it in theory could. This is some interesting drama at the end. Yeah, she got Orb multi-ball. So Diane is going to make a comeback right here, possibly because of Orb, which means their game is not going to finish within time. This will be the last game for that group. Molly has won. So I'm looking at Rhonda right here. She is controlling all of the things from her iPad right here. There is less than a minute remaining. I'm going to ask you, Rhonda. There is another game starting. I just got the confirmation of it. So that means we're going to have another game, and it's going to be on, it's going to be on Mousen. We're going to get to see it. So we're going over here. This is between Christy and Therese. The fact the game ended quickly, actually, in this case, it gives Therese another chance. So with 23 seconds left, the Guardians game will not finish in time. So that means this will be the last game for Diane. This will be the last game for Sydney. Sydney absolutely has to win this now in order to move on. Molly is going to get a game moving on. We'll get another game as well because of this. Molly's game is going to be over on Walking Dead with Lisa. So Lisa getting a chance to play the role of spoiler right here. Molly at -1 will get a 14th game. If Molly wins it, she moves on. Now has to win this game to move on. Sydney has to win to have a chance. Therese, and we are now out of time. That is 0. So there will be no other games. Yeah, we may well have some ties right here as two games start with in the last 25 seconds of Flipper Frenzy. I was wondering how that. Oh, let me get your mic turned up, Jen. Sorry about that.
No, it's cool. Yeah, no,
I was wondering how the games were going to finish in terms of whether they were going to play a little slow or a little fast. The Orb multi-ball was huge for Diane and really huge for Sydney. Now Sydney, I think if she wins, she's in.
Yes,
the way this would shake out. If Sydney wins, she's in. If Molly wins, she's in.
Sydney and Molly win, then they are both in.
They're in.
And the
which
reason why they're ranked 3 and 4 based on their ratio being still -1 is because Molly has won more games than Sydney. So
it's about wins. Wins is the tiebreaker.
Wins is the tiebreaker. Is the first tiebreaker? Yes.
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 And really, I think because of how it shakes out, it would be the only tiebreaker because if you have a different number of games, you would have a different number of wins.
Correct. Yep.
So now we watch. Ball 1, mousing around. This is Therese. Therese is player 2 here. Therese wins this game. Therese will go to a -1, and she will have an opportunity, but she will need some help. That'll get her to -1.
See, she'd go to -1 with a 7 and 8 spread.
She would, which would give her a tiebreaker on the -1s.
Right, which means
Molly
she would go up because if Molly doesn't win.
Right. Basically, Therese is the only person that can end up at a -1 right now.
Correct.
Molly and Sydney are going to end up either at even or -2.
This is true. This is true.
So that's why I say Therese needs to win and she needs to get help. She would need one of either Molly or Sydney to lose.
What games do we got going on? So Molly's on Walking Dead with Lisa.
Yes.
And Diane is on Guardians with Sydney. All right.
Therese is putting up a hell of a good game so far on mousing around. But she does drain there, so she will not quite get to 1,000,000 here after ball 2. So this is a chance for Christy to play the role of spoiler.
Is that mousing around, all it takes is one ball. As soon
does.
as you drop that center, you get into that rhythm.
Smart move to
of
drain
just
high. Did not get this. You're absolutely right about that.
Because I can easily, and I'm not trying to sound like I'm the best player in the world, but easily you can probably put up 2 or 3 million.
Oh, and Christy is not able to be the spoiler.
Right.
So that means Therese will go to -1 and now it comes to the other 2 games, what we're going to see right here.
It does not look like Sydney won.
Sydney did not win, so
nope,
we're going to update that. So Sydney is eliminated from the tournament at -2. Well, not yet.
Not yet.
She's not out yet. Therese will move up.
No, she would be. Because if Molly loses, she'll be at 6 and 8 with a minus, so she'd be.
That's right. So Sydney is indeed eliminated, having only played 12 games and only having 5 wins. It now comes down to the last game. If Molly wins, she will take the P3 position. In fact, I think it might be assured now.
It is.
Because Molly will take a -2, but will have one more win over Sydney, so we have it.
Yep.
It will be Diane versus Molly and then Jen versus Therese in our semifinal bracket. And that will be best 2 out of 3 games, double elimination, correct?
Double elim, yep.
So we got a lot of pinball left to play here.
We do.
Are we going to have any break time between then? Or
I
are we
don't
gonna
know.
Go straight
That's
into
what I was going to say. I'm going to go take a break right now in case we do not. So
yes.
I'm going to
remove
right
the timer now that the timer is no longer needed.
Thanks, Scott.
Thank you. Appreciate it. That was a crazy last few minutes right then of Flipper Frenzy. It really did come down to those last few games. And now we have our bracket. Let's show you the bracket right now. We can show you the standings even though that last game is done. This game now no longer matters for Molly whatsoever. She will either have a -2 and win the tiebreaker, or worse, I mean, she could move into a P3 position if she wins it. But she is at least assured a spot in the semifinals here. In fact, updating it, I think, is this ball 3? I don't know if this is ball 3 or not. We'll find out right here if this was. That was ball 3, so it looks like Lisa took the win, which means that indeed Molly will take it with a -2. That is good enough. The dominance, really, of both Diane and Jen here. Diane goes plus a ridiculous +10 in her 14 games, 12 wins and 2 losses. I mean, Jen had a 750 winning percentage. That's nothing to shake a stick at. To go 9 and 3, but that still was a 4-point win for Diane, and both of them a 7-point difference between second place and third place, as it's going to be Jen versus Therese here. Let's take a look. Let's see if they've filled out the challenge bracket yet. They have. So, all right, let's show this off here. See if my challenge bracket works. Don't see it updated yet. We're going to refresh the cache of the page. There it is. Okay, good. So we have a bracket right then. It is going to be Diane and Molly And then Jen and Therese. Let me see if I can get Jen over here to explain how the rules of this are going to work. If it's going to be random generation or how that's going to go. But heck of a good effort by all the players here today. You know, with all of the games they played, 14 games of pinball within a 2-hour period is an insane amount of pinball, which is one of the things that makes this format so much fun. You're just flat out playing a lot of pinball in a very, very short amount of time, and that's hard to do. You know, it's hard to keep your focus. It keeps you hopping and moving like crazy, and sure enough, they really did a good job of that, especially with the fact that with the low number of players we had, you're going to keep playing and playing and playing. You're not going to get breaks in the queue very much at all here. So they made it. You know, they made it through, and that is what we have here. So a lot of pinball with the 2 out of 3 best stuff here to play. And we'll see how this shakes out. Let me get Therese over here. Hey, Therese, can you come over for a second? Give me that mic. I've got a couple of questions on the rule set that we're going to use for the challenge here. Oh, you're not sure? I was hoping you knew. Mainly, the main thing. So we don't know yet. Well, that's not good. I'd like knowing this stuff ahead of time. I guess the main question is: are players going to pick machines, or is it randomly generated? Higher seed choice, and then loser picks. Okay. All right. So we're going to use kind of standard head-to-head stuff with that, which is going to be higher seed picks first game, and then lower seed will pick position. And then the loser of the game will get their choice of which one they want to pick going forward, which is pretty standard IFPA head-to-head rules right then. I would assume extra balls, just like they've been, will still be in play. We're not going to be changing that as we show this ugly mug right here one more time. And thank you guys again for watching and being a part of the stream so far as we are getting into the elimination portion of the bracket right now. Big thanks to Level 1 again for hosting today. Big thanks to all of you for watching, following bits, everything you do to support our stream. We are extremely appreciative of it. And a reminder, our next stream is going to be on May the 6th when we start our Silver Ball Super League. I don't think we have anything planned between then and now. If we do, we will certainly post about it. And you can see it right there. Right there. The Black Knight Sword of Rage 3-strike knockout tournament on May the 13th at 7:30 p.m. That is going to be a fun evening. All of our Monday night tournaments always are. So we're excited to show that to you. So here is our bracket right there that you can see on the stream. I'm going to leave it there for just a second while we wait for the players to come back. I assume it's going to be a couple of moments before they do. But as soon as we have that, then we're going to get started. So I will be back in just a minute, and we will get started with some elimination play. right, guys, we are back. While we are waiting, let's give you guys I'm going to actually switch you back over to Mouse and Around right here. We are going to have a couple of high score games real quick on both Mousin and on Black Knight. Here is what they are doing for the semifinals and the finals. It is standard IFPA head-to-head, where players will be able to, higher seed will be able to pick the machine, and then lower seed will be able to counterpick as we go along. Any machine in level 1 is now in play for that. So, you know, obviously the concern is we can't really move cameras, so we're going to go with the odds that, you know, Black Knight and Mouse Around our pick may not be real good. We may not see a lot of games on it as we go along here, and there's only 2 games going at a time. With that said, what we're doing right now is we're doing a high score game between the 3 players who did not qualify for the finals. You just saw Christy go up number 1, and Lisa is now going number 2 on Mouse and Around. We're going to do that also for Black Knight, so we can make sure to have a little bit extra content for you on those 2 machines. So let's see right here. Let's see what she is able to do here with that. Working on the trap lane right now. That center trap, oh, that trap lane is open. So 50,000s, 100,000s right here for Lisa, up to 880,000 so far. Pressure's on, oh, the bad rejection right there from that left orbit. So good ball, though. Gets her up over 1 million points on ball number 1. And with that, I believe Sydney will be player number 3. So don't know if we're giving away any prizes for this kind of stuff right here, but we will see how it shakes out. At least give you some action here while we are waiting to see how the last 2 games go, how the semifinals and the finals games go. All right, so looks like Christy is back up. Sorry, I missed that there. Sydney had almost 1 million points on her ball right there. Oh, look at Eric Rottenbiller, 100 bits from him, and I missed it because I turned away from my screen for a minute. Eric, thank you so much for those 100 bits. I very much appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. And I assume we will maybe see you here tomorrow night for pre-plays if you haven't done your pre-plays already. Eric has been one of our better finishers in our seasonal tournaments and the fall tournaments as well. So he's been doing quite well at the level 1 events, and looking forward to seeing him play in league starting next Monday night, probably on stream, I would imagine. So tough break for Christy right there. She had the middle trap door open. No, thank you. Just got offered pizza, which sounds really good, but I can't pass on it. We got work to do. We can't talk right now. We can't eat. We gotta talk. And Lisa, that's a tough break. Goes in lane to out lane on the left side right there for her. But still enough to keep her in first place. 1.21 million as Sydney, I think after she has her pizza here, is going to play her ball. We'll see her do that right here. As we're starting to see people roam back into the front half of the machines here to maybe get some pinball in as well. But while we do that, we are going to let Sydney do her thing right here. As we said, appreciate everybody watching, giving bits, doing everything they possibly can to help support today. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. Looks like Sydney's ball is done. She also had a tough ball too right there. And good play by Christy to go for the top plunge, and it gets her a bonus 2x if nothing else. So that's going to be a good bonus bump just by getting those top shooter lanes too. And oh, so Christy will come in third out of the 3 players in this game right here. I assume we may have to wait a minute on the other game because there are people playing it right now, but that should be okay. I think we can find a moment to fit that in here very, very shortly. We will do that, and that's an even tougher break for Lisa, as I would say Bouncing Around is trying to get its revenge on everybody right now, for sure. Just nothing she could do about that. Nothing at all. So Sydney will step up, needs about 300,000 in order to win the high score game on here. Then the question becomes, what happens from here? I guess we'll go to Black Knight once there. I think there's a fun game on that right now. Then we'll see them play that. And I think that was I don't know if that was enough or not. We're going to see in just a minute. I think that might have gone. No, that was not enough. So that means that Lisa is the winner of the game on Bouncing Around. Congratulations to her. Let's see. Yeah, we got a guy playing some Black Knight right now. So as soon as their game is done on Black Knight. Oh, I think we may have a semifinal game. We're going to keep that on Bouncing Around right here. Let's take a look at the standings real quick, see if those have been updated. Yep, Diane took game 1 over Molly, and they chose Bouncing Around. So that is great news for us, great news for you, as we get to show you their head-to-head game on Bouncing Around right now. If Diane wins, she will go to the winner's bracket finals, and Molly will go to the loser's bracket and face whoever loses the other match between Jen and Therese, which I'm trying to see what they're playing right now. Looks like they might be playing Iron Maiden at the moment. So, yeah, with it opening up, it opens up a ton more machines to them. Let's see what Diane's able to do. She's had pretty good luck on this machine, at least getting on a roll on one of the 3 balls each time. And congratulations to Lisa for winning that consolation game on Bouncing Around as well. I assume we will get them a game of Black Knight here in just a few minutes. Let's see what happens on this machine right now. All right, trapdoor's down. And starting to work. There's 2. Just 2, but right back in the flipper lane. Gets the S and cheese. So now suddenly, there's maybe some lock options available for her if she chooses to do it. Yeah, that left lane over there, if she can lock a ball over there, maybe multi-ball becomes an option. That was nicely done. Not the one for the lock, though. Got to head for the mouse hole. This is a great first ball for her, 1.2 million. And another trap lane. Here that comes. Nope, not able to do it. Traps are set. Completely ignoring. It looks like the trap lane actually didn't give her one of them. That was kind of a cruel and heartless joke right there that it's not taken on a couple of them. Sitting at 1.8. This maybe is one of her best games on this all day today. That's a nice job on that trap lane. Already over 2 million right now. She's doing great. And the kickback in play. Not sure if that A is lit or just hasn't been hit yet. If the light's out, I don't think it's been hit yet. She's coming really close though. Can't tell which is the case right here, unfortunately, if that A is out. Said the trapdoors are set though, so I think it may be lit, just the light might be out. There's one. There is one of the locks. Now, that will provide a plunge. Is she going to plunge all the way? No, she will short plunge it. Ball one at this point, that's only about 100,000. I mean, normally I would say that's a good strategy to go for that skill shot, but at this point, she's going for much bigger and better things, and she is locked the heck in, having gone 12-2 in the qualifiers. And now she's got multi-ball. So now 1 drains, still 2 in play. Can she do anything with that? She cannot. So an unfortunate, very quick multi-ball. And, okay, the kickback was in. So a little bit. And then that one drops over, too. That is a cruel and heartless end to ball 1 for her, but a sensational effort, 234,000. She will get that on ball 2 and ball 3 as well, so she is guaranteed at least a 3 million point game right now. That's what Molly's got to go after, so she will also choose to do the short plunge. Let's see what she opts for right here. Oh, the drain. I hope Diane didn't get too comfortable because she's right back up already. Saw her walking over to the bar to maybe get something to drink, and she's already playing again. That is a very, very tough break right there for Molly. Only 57,000. And the shooter bonus to boot. Oh, Diane not able to switch over the lanes in time to get a 2X. That 2X, oh, I mean, what that's worth right now, that's a huge play. With about 200, almost 240,000 points. Exactly 240, I should say. So, I mean, that lane was worth some bonus right there, even though she has a big lead. I mean, you want every bit you can get. Just nudges on the switch right there for the first trapdoor. Number 2. And drains trying to get number 3. So Molly's not feeling it right now. You can kind of see the look of just laughing it off on her face right now. She's a little frustrated. Nothing she can do about that. So Diane will play her ball 3 right here. I'm not sure where Jen and Teresa are. I do know Jen took game number 1. And that's a pretty quick drain right there for Diane. So it gives Molly an opening. It's going to be tough. She's going to have to get over 3 million points, almost get to a replay level. She opted not to go for the skill shot right then. A little surprised about that, and that's it. So nothing she could do. So Molly lives on in the loser's bracket. Diane will take her first rounds 2 games to none. It's a good win for her right there. As we're going to switch over and show you that Black Knight game right now. Looks like Sydney's up on it on ball number 1. Trying to get that mode started. Nice spinner shots right there. Still actually activating the spinner, as it turned out. Another Sandworm reward for her right there. There's another one, already up to 8 million. So Sydney is feeling Black Knight already. Not sure if she has one of these at home already. Of course, her parents are big-time pinball players. So she very well may have one of these already. Nice, 2.5 mil. She's psyched about that. Another 2 mil right there. She is owning the Sandworm mode right now, doing a hell of a job with it. So let's see what she's able to do here. She's already unlocked the replay. 28 million. Almost all done on the Sandstorm mode here. 8 seconds left. She can get a couple extra shots. She might have time for 1 or 2 more shots. 5 seconds right now. Oh, and the drain, nonetheless. Burning Sands for 17 million is a very, very good score. 496. 30 million on ball number 1 for her. So let's see how that shakes out for the next player here. Who is going to be player number 3? Will it be Lisa or will it be Christy? I didn't see if Christy played first or not. It will be Lisa playing the 3rd here. Going for skill shot. That's been a dangerous play because of how bouncy that flipper has been all day. Seeing a lot of people trying for it, but not a lot of people successfully pulling it off. Makes me wonder if that risk reward is really, really worth it right now. I'm not sure that it is. Obviously, a lot of people seem to think it is, because they're going for it, but right now, yeah, it's a tough play. So Magnus save not in time to save that one. Love the MagnaSave graphic on this machine, by the way. Hopefully we're going to see some players really get very formidable at using that MagnaSave. We haven't seen it in the game in quite a long time. Maybe since Tales of the Arabian Nights, and that wasn't as much a MagnaSave as much as it was a... yeah, we'll see. We'll see how people begin to use that. All right, so here is Christy. Ball 2, 1 gets the skill shot once again. So that puts her up to about 3 million, puts her in second place right now. As Sydney is taking a commanding lead. Now that should be a ball save. It is. So she is smartly staying in front of the machine. Did not panic, didn't freak out too much about that. That unfortunately goes all the way around. Thought that was going to stop and go down one of the drop lanes. And she is not the least bit happy about that. A little frustrated in jest, but still a little frustrated nonetheless with that one. So with that, Sydney steps back up. Great ball 1 for her. 30 million for her right now. Takes a danger to keep that ball nudged in place. Nothing she could do about that, but nothing to be ashamed of, especially after how good ball number 1 was for her. She still has a commanding lead in this game of 30 million points, really about a 27 million point lead over Christy right now. As Lisa steps up, as soon as we figure out where Lisa is, well, she is talking right now, so I assume she will be just a second. Trying to look down and see where Jen and Teresa are right now. Looks like they're pretty far down, but I can't see where. Looks like they're competing on Adam's family right now. No, not Adam's family. Are they in Iron? They can't be an Iron Maiden again. I honestly can't tell what game they're on. Kind of the depth perception is messing with me right now. So I can't tell. They may be on Iron Maiden again. We'll take a look in a minute and figure it out. They're way down there. We got a little traffic. Got a lot of kids at the bar right now. It is noon to 6 time up at level 1, which means kids are welcome at the bar, which is, well, not at the bar, you know what I mean, in the bar, but not to buy drinks. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Let's not get crazy. Twitch, be good to us. And Lisa, while we were looking away, did get her game in, but she almost looks a little bit checked out right now, unfortunately, like she's ready to enjoy her pizza. I have a feeling all the players might be. Have a feeling about that. So Christy steps back up on Black Knight. Needs a lot of points to make a catch-up here. Does get the skill shot for the 3rd time, which makes it worth 1.25 million. I think the way this game's been playing today, going for the regular skill shot is a good strategy to make. Get you a little closer on the bonus. If you line it up right, you can get what you just did, the sandworm shot. We just saw how lucrative sandworm was for Sydney. There's no reason it can't be just as prolific for her right now. And it looks like it's at that spot up in the top right. Oh, that'll do it, and that actually straightened the camera a little bit too. She managed to nudge our camera equipment at the same time, but I think she actually did it a favor. So here she goes. Away right now. That's 1 million for that Sandworm Award, 1 million for that one. And then drained, so she had a good run going right there, but then it suddenly just ended. So she ends at 8.5 million points. And we go on. So with that, we go to Sydney. Coco Confession, OMG, and you stream? Yes, I do stream. Well, level 1 streams. You can see it right here. You're watching it as we speak. And Sydney unhappy with that. She basically had 1,000,000 points on ball 2 and 3, but when you score 30 million on ball 1 and have a huge lead, you can pretty much leave that one be and it's okay. So that leaves it for Lisa. Can Lisa get to 30 million points? As we still look down, they may in fact be playing Iron Maiden right now for game number 2. I'm not sure what they were playing for game number 1 for that match. And we're waiting to see how that goes, to see how the next 2 sets of matches will shake out. So Lisa thinking about this. This is amazing. I am glad you think so, Coco. Make sure, hey, if you're not following, make sure you are, so you know every time level 1 goes live. Skill shot for Lisa right there, up to 3.5 mil. The ball got stuck in that same spot. That's proven to be a bit of an issue. I wonder if we're not going to have Trent and our guys at Tilt Amusements come out here and do a little bit of a tweak to that ramp at some point, because we've seen that get consistently stuck right there today. We saw that get stuck there on the Tuesday night tournament as well. It's a standard thing. And, you know, these are some of the first machines that were off the lot. From up at Stern Pinball up in Chicago. So, you know, for them to have a very minor issue with it, it's, you know, what it is. Just nudge it. Lisa's holding up her hand. I don't know if anybody's paying attention, though, to see if they can help her. Because I think the other people that are running the tournament have stepped away. This is kind of an unofficial game.
Lisa, just nudge it.
No, I think Chris is going to go over to help it. I was... Yep. Got our Paul in the house. Hey, how are you? Good to see you. Yeah. Yeah. And it looks like it did the thing where it did again. Yeah, it drained out. So that's ball game, unfortunately. I don't know if we're even going to worry about that at this point. I don't know what they want to do. Like I said, this was kind of a funsy game, more so than an official game for the stream, so I guess we're going to get a ruling on this. I don't know the answer to that. But we will see here in just a minute what they decide to do. Yeah, it looks like they're opening it up just for the purpose of getting the machine open. Let's find out. Yeah, they're going to open. Oh, there it is. Yep. That's kind of what we figured. Just a simple nudge of the machine would do the job. But I think they opened it up to put another credit on it, so I assume Lisa will then take a fourth ball, a consolation ball on this. Yep, that's going to be the ruling. I can see Rhonda saying it as we speak. Yeah, that they are going to give her a consolation ball in order to catch it. She still needs about 27 million points on it in order to make it happen. So let's see what happens. I assume, I don't know what Lisa's waiting on. I don't know quite what we're waiting on here for this. Kind of getting information as I go along right here. Waiting to see. It looks like Jen did beat Therese, by the way, 2-0. So winners bracket finals is going to be, as we suspected, it's going to be Diane and Jen. And then the losers bracket round is going to be Molly and Therese. And Molly and Therese will go on here. One ball. They will determine whoever loses between Diane and Jen will go into the losers bracket, and they will play against the winner of the game between Molly and Therese. So the Molly and Therese game right now, loser will be 4th place in the tournament. We have one more game of Black Knight to show off here. Let's see what Lisa's able to do. She needs a lot of points. She needs 27 mil to catch Sydney, or else Sydney will win the high score game on Black Knight. See what Lisa's got in mind here. 2.5 million right now. Needs to get that mode started. You know, like any modern Stern game. I mean, it's all about the modes. You've got to get a mode going, and that is it. Did not get the Magna save in time. So that's the consolation ball. I think that means that Sydney is going to be the official winner of the losers bracket game for that. And it looks like Molly and Therese have already started on their game. They're playing Adam's family right now. In fact, I think Lisa's score, from what I remember, is not going to be enough to get her above third place in that game, based on what I remember. So I think we're waiting on a moment for Jen and Diane to get started here. I know Jen just stepped out for just a minute. I am going to step away for just a minute myself. I need to figure out what our strategy is. We may cut this off right here because we have such uncertainty about whether we're going to have games on stream or not. But let me check on that real quick here, and I will be back in just a moment. In just a second, we'll be back. I want to thank you guys again so much for watching for the past 3 hours, for being a part of the stream today. You guys have been wonderful, absolutely wonderful today. And we appreciate everything you're doing to make this much more fun for me and for all of the players here to be a part of this. So hang tight just a second. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I think we are going to cut this off right here. Now that we are in this bracket part of the tournament with so many machines in play, it's hard to know if we're going to get machines to pick from. So we will probably let you guys follow along. I'm going to post the challenge link in chat right now. Let me pull that up right here. We're going to drop that in chat for everybody so you can follow along the results just like that. And we're going to give you a couple more reminders for some of the stuff that's coming up for the Bells and Chimes League. Wednesday night, every Wednesday night is Pinball League starting at 8 p.m. Be here. Doesn't matter if you've done league nights or not. Just come, play. You know, enjoy with a bunch of wonderful, wonderful women who play pinball as well. We would love you guys to all be a part of that. Jen, you do not have to take a break out of this. You're playing in the Winners Bracket Finals right now.
I am, yes. I'm going to say a quick thank you to you for coming in streaming.
Oh, happy to do it.
Thank you to Level 1 for hosting us here.
Always.
You know, Twitch for obviously being able for us to
being
stream
Twitch,
this.
yes.
And then we are still in the middle of Season 2, and it's not too late to join. So this Wednesday is meet number 3.
Yes.
So please feel free. We're here on Level 1's 8 o'clock on Wednesday. So come
and
join us.
guest play is always good. You don't have to be part of the
welcome.
league. Just come play as a guest.
Yep, always come out if you're thinking about it and you don't know if it's for you. Come guest play. Check it out.
Yeah.
It's a great group of women.
Any of the pinball leagues in town, co-ed, women's, whatever, that's almost always an option. So never think just because you're like, well, I didn't get into league to start. You can still get into this thing. Absolutely do it.
All right.
And then go back to play.
Yep, thanks, everybody.
Good luck, Jen. Good luck. And then, of course, as we said, May 26th, the Pinburg Pass Tournament for Bells and Chimes Columbus. One of the final opportunities in the entire country for people to get a chance to get Pinburg passes. The 1,000-person event sold out in 11 seconds back a couple of months ago, but there are 2 passes held for female players here at the Pinburg Pass Tournament. First and second place in that tournament will get it. Worth noting, it is part of Replay FX. And it does not include your ticket to Replay FX, which, by the way, Replay FX for the 4 days is $100. Is worth your time so much because there is so much to do. There are 1,000 pinball machines. There are several hundred arcade machines. There's going to be over 300 console stations this year. There's going to be esports events. There's going to be tournaments. There's going to be all kinds of things over and above the Pinburg tournament. So absolutely make a point to come to it if you can, but this gets you the golden ticket if you come in first and second in the Pinburg Pass tournament for Bells and Chimes Columbus. Remember, female-only tournament, so you know we want that women's representation in there, and we would love for a couple more local players or even from the Midwest to make a play and get their spots in Pinburg. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for joining us for the frenzy portion of this tournament especially, because that was a heck of a lot of fun to do, to see all of that shaken out, especially in the last few minutes of the event. So I'm going to shut it down from here. We thank you guys so much once again, and you all have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. Get ready for your work week if you do work the traditional Monday through Fridays. And we will see you back here probably not tomorrow, but next Monday, May 6th, for the start of Silverball Super League. I don't know if that guy will be there. That'd be cool if he was. Our guy TJ, we haven't seen him in a while. But in case he is, we hope you are here for it as well. Thank you guys so much. Y'all have a good one. Peace out.